Hi, welcome to the 1 Liter Podcast. Welcome to the 1 Liter.
Foz, you want to do the intro?
Yeah, hey, welcome back to the 1 Liter Podcast. How many subscribers are we at now, Phil?
One. All of them, I think.
Wow. Because I was looking at your channel the other day and I thought you're getting up there in terms of views.
The channel's juicy. The views, I don't know about.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
but I thought channel subscribers, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah. Channel subscribers are good.
I mean, you just keep putting the content out there and eventually, build it, they will come, right?
That's right.
I mean, Rogan's dropping, so there's only a matter of time till we go past him.
That's it.
I've only got one set of fan questions because I think we've only got one. But I'll start with this.
One question or one fan?
One fan.
Yeah, correct.
2 questions. Uwa, our one fan, asks to Malad specifically, what is the exact date that they'll open the Strait of Hormuz?
I can see why this went to Malad.
Put it on record.
I don't, what kind of question is that?
You've been asked.
They'll open it today.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, you heard it here first.
So whenever,
what's
so
today's date?
you think I should hold off once I've edited it until they open it and then release the episode?
Yeah, whenever this episode
Timestamp
is
it.
released, the Strait of Hormuz will be
I
open.
hope your name dropped in that peace treaty. That'd be good.
Yeah.
The Treaty
And
of
it will
Malad.
open because I said so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Any other fan questions for me?
No. Look, I was going to do the injury update. I think we should probably do an injury report.
Yeah. Injury report. Just 2 seconds. Can you take that off, Foster? I mean, that clip at the top above you.
Yeah.
There's nothing else weird in your shot that you should take off. Just the clip up on that shelf there.
sure.
Thank you.
Spend money on a hat that says shredded.
No, I got gifted that back when I was shredded.
What is this?
It's another stand. So
You just put it on like your Weet-Bix box?
no.
just to
So when
seal
there's
it
only
up,
one
or-
person there, you can put a light reflector that hangs there to light up the side of the face, make it a
wow.
little more profesh.
Gee. It's a pretty heavy duty clip.
Pretty heavy duty.
So injuries.
Yeah.
Update on.
Well, let's start with the
everyone's-
positives. We are now sitting in a room where all of us bench 100. So why don't we talk about that?
Wow,
Hey,
that
that's
is
big.
congratulations.
That's huge. Yeah.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
another positive. Foster's test.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I know.
You idiot.
Oh, I think I meant testosterone. I'm like, it's through the floor. Looking at him.
No,
His
I-
rat test.
Huh? No, I thought you meant the test to see if I could marry a Catholic woman in a church.
Ah, yes.
Because
How did
that came
go?
back positive.
Oh,
yeah,
great.
Got the,
You
got the,
must
got
have
the
scraped by,
approval.
like,
yeah.
Fantastic.
I did not write a very positive letter to you.
No, your recommendation
Started with
actually
heretic.
really started to tank our chances. I told him to stop reading, but yeah.
By the 3rd page, it was just it's getting worse.
It was bad. Yeah, but no. So full steam ahead, which is good.
We'll get to the marriage stuff soon. Should we do the injuries? Do you want to
Yeah.
talk about your terrible tricep?
Today?
This morning I've torn my tricep.
That's insane that's the same day that they're opening the Strait of Hormuz and you've torn your
Yeah.
tricep. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
I'm pretty sure that was a
Conspiracy theory?
Bible
Anyone?
prophecy. No, I think that was.
Now, what'd you do?
Playing rugby this morning. First time playing rugby in about 9 years, and
How do you tear your tricep playing rugby?
in the ruck, I grabbed the guy and I squeezed a bit too hard, and I just felt pop.
But see that
Here.
that
That's
to
not
me
even your
seems
tricep.
like bicep.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was just like a joint clicking in, like when you crack your knuckles.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like initially,
Ugh.
and I just felt a bit of pain. It was just uncomfortable. Kept playing, and then
Obviously. Hero.
yeah, because that's what you got to do.
You're a real man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're an absolute man.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. And then halftime, I was just like, I'll go check the physio, make sure it's nothing. And he said, I've torn it. So got to go in for an MRI on Monday.
Wow.
Should be
Sick.
fun.
Yeah.
But it feels
Sick.
fine. Like,
Sick.
I reckon
Awesome,
I could keep playing. But that's when I realized I'm probably too old to be playing again.
How does
I just think it's
And it's fourth grade rugby. It's nothing competitive.
Yeah, but I just think it's the fact that you haven't played for 9 years. Like, if you
Yeah.
properly got into it, I'm sure there's older people than you that play
Oh,
rugby.
definitely.
Dude,
I
there
play
are
with
absolute
like
psychos that keep playing rugby.
Yeah,
yeah.
that don't tear their tricep
I've got
like a
like
loser.
2 60-year-olds in my team.
I played with a surgeon who was in his 50s and he
Yeah.
was in the front row. He just
Yeah.
loves scrummaging. It's like, bro, go and hang out with your children.
Yeah.
They're adults. What are you doing?
And they'll spend all day Saturday at the
Yeah,
field,
oh, yeah.
just like
Oh, yeah.
sinking beers and
There's worse ways to live.
yeah.
Can I ask, how's the other guy? Did he walk away or?
Well, the other guy was one of those 60-year-olds.
You tried to bear hug so badly you tore your tricep.
yeah.
Trying to
No, he
injure
was
a
probably
geriatric.
close to 40, maybe. No, it was past 40, I reckon. But he was an older guy for sure.
That's so funny. One of the biggest highlights I've ever put on a guy, afterwards, I was like, I hope he's not going through chemo. That was a genuine thought I've had. This dude, like, I probably had an alopecia situation.
Oh,
But I absolutely drilled this guy, and I'm like, yes. And then I was looking at him after, I'm like, ooh. Like, is he all right?
Shit.
But anyway, that inspired the question of what is like your lamest injury story? Because I'm sitting here with a broken ankle. It wasn't that interesting.
Yeah, can you lift your foot up? Just so it
I don't
should
think
be
anyone
pretty
needs
easy.
to.
It should be pretty
yeah,
easy.
but then look, you know what? It's fine. It's I don't know.
Yeah,
You
there
gonna
you
see that? Yeah. Yeah. What's the lamest one? Because mine would always be. It's not really an injury one, but what happened to me for years was I'd be, after a football match or a cricket match, whatever, on a Saturday night, and I had a date that night. I'm pretty prone to cramping. So at any point, I'd be, any point of the evening, you can fill in the blanks. But it would probably be worse at dinner or like in a movie or something, because all of these had happened. And it would always happen after I'd said something. I'd always be like, you look fabulous tonight. It would always be exactly like that. Not very romantic, but yeah, anyway. Anyone else got one?
So do you want to just give like a 2-second version of why the ankle's broken if it's not
no,
that
look, I just
great?
got tackled at football training. The only thing I'll say that really, the state of our emergency rooms, it's the worst people in society in any given emergency room. I think we should shut them down.
Wow. Okay.
It's the absolute dregs. I wasn't happy.
Yeah, but it's almost like any hospital you go to.
Oh,
the
yeah.
emergency room is filled with weirdos.
Dude, there wasn't one person that I'm like, all right, that guy looks all right.
Yeah.
Not one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bare feet on the seats in front of them sort of thing.
And
I'm
they're
like,
like screaming.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
The
yeah.
whole shebang.
One guy was clearly having like some sort of overdose, but I'm like in like a lame way.
Oh, man.
Like he was a white guy, sort of 25, he's clearly strung out. I'm like, just,
I got a story about that too. I worked with this dude. He was only 50, but he acted like he was like 70 and about to die. But granted, he had previously open heart surgery. I think it was open heart, but it's like open chest, working on his heart, replacing a valve or whatever. But now, whenever he would eat, he was also celiac, very gluten intolerant. So I think it was whenever he ate something that had a little bit of gluten in it, his stomach would start cramping. So then he would start thinking it's cramps in his chest, and then he would have a panic attack. Like actually, he would be sitting, and this is selling cars, right? So there's like a lot of downtime. So he'd be sitting at his desk in the showroom like this, with his finger on his pulse, just like looking at his watch, counting like. I'm like, dude, you're fine. And he's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I had to drive him to the
having a
emergency
sausage
room.
sandwich. And then
Yeah.
having a panic attack.
Yeah. I had to drive him to the emergency room one time. And apparently he goes quite regularly.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I'm like, dude, you're just having a panic attack. You should probably just sort out your brain that when it does that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't laugh, but that's pretty funny.
It's terrible. Like, sort it out.
One injury for me
Yeah.
is I've got plenty of injuries, but I rolled my ankle running onto the field
Oh, no.
in the tunnel,
Yeah.
Oh.
and it was a semi-final or something.
Yeah.
So no one even saw.
No, everyone. So it was literally in the middle of the tunnel, and I full rolled over,
Yeah.
stacked it, rolled my ankle, and then I tried running. I couldn't, and then I had to be subbed off right away.
That's bad.
Wow.
Yeah,
I've injured myself in pre-game and then just not told anyone because I'm too embarrassed.
yeah.
So I've just played on a strained hamstring.
I
but I'm
literally
whatever.
couldn't walk on it afterwards, and yeah, that was horrible.
Did you say tackled during football practice, like rugby practice?
Soccer.
Soccer.
Even worse.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
So you just like, did they tackle?
Oh, as in, he sort of slid in and took my ankle out from under me.
You see that video the other day when the guy gets a red card and then it replays what he did and he basically like throws a punch at the dude?
Oh, those are AI and they're doing a lot of those. Yeah.
Oh, there's so much AI.
Yeah, you need to switch on, Phil. Foz, have you had any injuries?
I've had one. I would say for me, it was an ingrown toenail, but I had like...
Oh, yeah.
I
remember this.
I had to get a surgery for it.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was off school for a couple of days and like my entire foot, like up to the ankle, was bandaged up. And I had, I think I had crutches at one point as well.
Wow.
Because basically like it was my big toe and you need it to kind of balance. So it really hurt anytime I put pressure on it. But it was like the wussiest injury. It's literally your fucking toenail is like growing into your own body.
Yeah.
Do you remember
that wins?
So our head of like discipline came over and like we were in year 8, I think at the time, maybe year 9.
Yeah.
And he came over and he's like, what is this? Some sort of muck up day prank? And we're not in muck up day. He's like, what are you kidding?
Just to give context, I'd like, because you're meant to wear school shoes, obviously like black leather school shoes. And I had gotten like a black sneaker that I didn't wear anymore. And I'd cut like the front off. So it was kind of like a sandal. But I could still like walk around and I could slip it on. It was like the only shoe that I could really wear. And then this guy came over and he was like, what the hell is this? Like, who do you think you are? And I was like, oh, sir, like, I'm really sorry. I had this happen. And I think he just like, he felt embarrassed for me.
Yeah, but he sort of couldn't let it go in the moment because he's still got to be the tough guy. Yeah, that was funny. Anyway. I don't think I was helping at the time, but do I ever?
No.
All right, one I was going to ask was, what's the most mundane thing that makes you anxious? And the reason I'm asking is because mine is going into a pub, like an old school pub, with like a lot of doors.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of those old pubs have probably like 8 or whatever entrances.
Yeah.
And I still feel like I'm 18, even though I'm fucking not. So I never want to go into one that's like already closed. I don't want to go into one that, like, maybe like a table is inside and you can't open. I don't want to look like an idiot and try the wrong door. I always want to suss out where someone else is going in. So I'll fake a phone call.
Oh, and be
just
out the
wait
front.
for someone to go in and then be like, oh, okay, that's the entrance because I don't want to look like an idiot. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say from like a Navy SEAL perspective of like, oh, you can never have your back against a door and
not at all.
in a pub with 8 entrances, there's like too many points of ingress.
We said mundane, so that's perfect.
Okay. My one for this was like whenever you get a message at work, just being like, hey, can we have a quick chat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or like
that's everyone.
Or like a meeting invite where it's like quick catch up.
Yeah.
5 minutes. No agenda.
Yeah.
Or like no subject, 5 minutes. Just, yeah.
I always start having like a fake fight. I'm like, they can't do this to me. Like, it's about nothing.
My mind immediately just goes to like all the things that I've like not done yet, or like,
have you forgotten something?
Or someone's announcing that they're leaving. Like, there's one of those two things. And then usually it's always something just really boring.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, can you do this extra thing?
Oh, that's a pet peeve of mine anyway. When people send you on internal comms, they say, hi, Phil, first. And then they wait for your response. I'm like, just say what you need, bro. I'm not going to get to it.
Yeah. Straight up. Like, you could say hi, Alex, to me, and I'll just read you and then move on with my life.
Yeah.
In fairness, you are the worst messenger of all time.
Yeah.
And it irks me a lot.
And at work as well.
Good.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. I've got a mate like that. His iPhone literally has just notifications everywhere. And to him, I don't know if this is the same with you, to him, it's almost like a power thing. He feels powerful because he's like, I'll do it when I get to it.
Yeah.
I'll reply when I get there.
That's much worse. That's terrible.
I'm like, how do you live like mine has to be clear at all times.
Yeah.
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 At least do it because you're incompetent.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I hope.
Oh.
You know, got one?
Mine's not very specific, but anytime. I don't know if like it's real anxiety, but it's whenever I go out for a social event and I'm in the car or in the Uber, I will get like almost like stress yawns. We're like, dude, it's just hanging out with people.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, why do I feel so tired now? I think that's like a big bit of just social anxiety coming up.
Yeah.
It depends on the group, but I remember for our 10-year reunion for school, dude, I was so nervous for that one. No reason. But it just like immediately you're transported back to being sort of like high school aged.
See, mine was quite cool. I had just moved to Sydney from Brisbane, and I was the very next weekend I was flying back up for my 10-year reunion.
Right.
And I was like, I got a fucking cool story.
Yeah.
Like I just moved to Sydney. I felt great. But yeah, quite the opposite. But social anxiety, even just today, this morning, I had a coffee at home, and then Em was like, oh, we're going to view this house. Maybe we'll get a coffee. I was like, I can't have a second coffee. I'm hosting people. Like, I'll have anxiety.
Oh, seriously?
But that's just me and caffeine. Like, if I have 2 coffees, I'll just be jittery and be like, is something wrong?
I had pre-workout an hour ago, and now I'm having a monster. That's not a brag either. Like, I've built myself caffeine-wise to a point where I should probably take a month off. No, not at all.
Even since I've known you, you were very no caffeine.
It's way better to be no caffeine and then get excited about it. But
this guy at work would be like, half a Coke? Because he didn't want the whole hit of
that's
caffeine in a Coke.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sure the amount of caffeine in a Coke is not.
It's like 30 milligrams or
not a lot
something.
at all.
There's less in a Coke than in a coffee, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Way less.
You could start doing green teas, maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, if
That's
now
I'm
he's
got a
too far
small
gone.
amount.
I'm too far gone. That's right. Maybe for next Lent or something.
Yeah.
Anything mundane that worries you?
Handshakes.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Not handshakes,
Didn't even
but
think of that.
it's the. I'm sorry. No, you tell it. Sorry.
Oh, no,
But
you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want all of my friends to have a consensus about palm up or palm down. I want us to sign an agreement beforehand, because like when someone's sort of like it's halfway, I'm like.
The best way to do it is as you're approaching about like 5 meters away, you just either do one or the other.
Yeah.
You got to preempt
Totally.
it.
Surely it's just elevation based. Like if you're standing with someone, you're not going to go up unless you're going for like
it is.
Like a
If it's like a
dap.
short guy, I go down. If it's a tall guy, I go up.
Like if, let's say if someone walked in and was like, oh, hey, how you going? Like I'll get up and I'll reach up to do a handshake. But
Yeah.
if we're both standing and we're like at eye level with each other, I'm not going to be like, hey, like I'll be, hey, like, how you
No,
going?
See,
think
this is
it's-
where Eli's method might bite him in the ass. If a short guy
No,
comes up,
see,
you're
it's-
going for low. They go like this to just reach you, and then you have to switch your hand
I think it's a
around.
vibe thing in a lot of cases.
I think it is.
I think my cooler friends go palm up.
Really?
My very white friends go palm down.
Yeah, I'm too white to go.
But
You're,
also-
you're
palm
palm
up.
down. You're
I
palm
get
down.
I get worried that I'm going to miss the hand.
Just
So,
on a
like-
normal handshake,
So
right?
I when they reach out, I look at the hand and I make sure I grab it.
You guide it
And
in
they're
with your
like,
second hand. You're sort of-
Because then it's just awkward if you try and shake it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you're like missing it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
And
know
then
about
it's
the
like,
full.
oh, fuck, what were you doing?
I don't know about the
It's just-
full miss, but I hate the like awkward grab. Like you get too much of their fingers.
The
You're not.
Yeah,
you're
or
not
it's
all
just
the way in.
flimsy, just like, hey, how you
I'll
doing?
extend this. I hate the kiss, the side of the cheek.
Oh.
That should be banned.
Have never figured that out in
What
my
do you
life.
mean?
Yeah.
Like the
Kiss,
Why?
hello, or goodbye.
Yeah.
I hate.
But what are you meant to do?
Oh,
like
with-
I've
yeah,
always
okay.
like
The air
you-
kiss.
Do you
Yeah.
touch
Yeah.
their cheek and kiss the air? Like that's kind
Correct.
of
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
You're
move.
not putting lips on anything.
no,
Absolutely
no.
not. No, you get
Really odd.
sued for that.
Yeah, yeah. But
The whole thing's just entrapment.
But
really.
I've never done it and gone. I nailed that.
Never.
Yeah, no. And then, like, you
My
don't know if
standards,
you.
my
should
standards are
hug.
so low that
It always.
I will walk out if I don't embarrass myself. I'm like, great, killed it.
The problem is the people that go for it, like half the time, I think it's just a hug, and so then you go for the arms, and they don't.
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't put arms, and then it's just like, oh god, you meant to just lean in and
It's
do
like a half
cheek
hug,
kiss thing.
and they do like this thing where their hand is just like on the shoulder, and the. You know,
Yeah.
Oh, it's weird.
Just a hug. A
Yeah.
hug is great. I'm not going to mess that up. That's fine.
Yeah.
As soon as I see the lean in, I'm like, fuck.
Have you ever leant in too hard, where it's almost like a
wouldn't-
headbutt?
No. I am always dragged into them. Like
Right.
I have never
yeah,
initiated
yes.
one of them in my life.
Okay.
It's to the point where the neck is already craning. I'm like, all right, fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't leave it hanging.
The only time I've nailed it is if I know that person does that. Like it's a
Yeah.
mum of someone else, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this is gonna happen, and then I'm ready for it. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, bye.
But even then, if I know someone, like if I've seen your mum, it's just a big hug.
Yeah.
That's way better.
Yeah.
No, we should. Yeah.
I think
if
that-
I'm dictator, that
I think
they're
the
going.
answer is you just gotta take control of the situation. You just gotta be like, all right, like give me a hug,
Right.
you know, and then it's less awkward. But I feel like because it's an awkward thing inherently, you overthink it, and then that's when it starts to just become.
Yeah.
I think it's just
a
because
manifestation
you're
of
also
your
not ready
awkwardness.
for it. It just happens to
Yeah.
you.
No,
When
that's a really good one. That yeah.
And you also don't want to be the hugger or the non-hugger, because then if you're not the person who hugs,
Yeah.
and then the other person is just grabbing you like that, you're like, oh fuck, what
That's
do I
the thing.
do?
What
Because when
about-
you
like,
say
you just
take
pat
the
them on the
lead,
back?
I kind of don't want to take the lead. I want to let because again, obviously, we're talking about male to female situations here.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
want to be like, I'm not going to be the where's my hug guy.
Yeah.
I'd much rather them be initiated and like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
So what is
That's true.
so just meeting females? I think it's easier if it's an older lady that's going for you're like, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
But meeting someone your own age or like at work,
Yeah.
if you're introduced to a
I
female,
see
is it a handshake?
Work is a handshake every single time.
Is it?
Absolutely.
It is a
Yeah,
handshake.
definitely.
Absolutely.
I find it weird
No.
if you do the kiss at work.
No, you don't do the kiss at
the
work.
kiss, the chick kiss.
You don't do the Okay, work is fine because that's definitely a handshake.
Yeah.
What about in a social situation? They're a friend of your other female friend.
I always go in for the kiss. If it's a
Okay.
female.
Okay.
Blades
On the-
tongues out before he's out of the car.
No, I don't know. I've just learned to just play. That's like my way of playing it safe.
Yeah.
It's like I'll just go in every time.
I'm not trying to play this card, but it's also worse if you're tall and they're short.
Yeah.
Like if you're kind of on par, it's one thing.
Yeah.
But if I've got to go down a fucking, foot,
Yeah.
can be very awkward.
Yeah.
You're like, oh hi, and they're licking you on the nipple.
Well,
Yeah.
see where things go.
On the workplace thing,
Yeah,
my,
you were gonna say.
my workplace is not handshake. It's very much hug.
Hug?
For anyone,
Oh.
yeah. Like our team and like my
Ah.
colleagues all hug each other, and half of them are women, and I'm always like, okay, like I guess if you've initiated it, it's fine, but like it's not my first instinct to hug someone.
I
Yeah.
think the only time you should hug a work colleague is if they're leaving.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
leaving the workplace. Because then you're like saying
I
goodbye.
still remember the
Probably
hug that you gave me when I left. That was nice.
Oh, fuck, I don't remember.
Did he lift you up a little bit?
Yeah, it's good. It's actually from the back.
Bumped up. Wow.
Came up behind you. Guess who?
Do the Titanic.
It's always you, Milan. Nice. All right, let's do the show one. So I've always had this theory that if someone says their favorite show is The Big Bang Theory, I think they're an idiot.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So what is the dumbest show you can say is your favorite show without necessarily making you a moron?
Are we talking reality
without
shows?
making
or-
you a moron.
Whatever you want. What flags it? Okay, or what show makes you a moron? And by the way,
Yeah, I
I
was gonna say.
still kind of watch wrestling, so that doesn't exactly make me a fucking rocket
Oh,
scientist.
so that classes as a show?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's one.
Yeah. I haven't watched it in a couple of years, but yeah.
Hands down.
I would say like Maths or like Love Island or
Yeah.
something.
If that's the favorite show, that's got to be tough. Yeah.
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 But it's so many people.
So
Yeah, I know.
many. So many people watch maths.
Or even The Bachelor, like a few years ago, some
Yeah.
people would just be like, "Oh my god, I cannot wait for the new." Like even like Bridie would talk about The
Yeah.
Bachelor, and
I,
then,
I do enjoy watching these shows with a partner,
Mm,
but if you say it's your favorite show,
Yeah.
that's a different thing.
yeah,
If you like making fun of something, that's fine.
Mm.
I'm just genuinely confused how there's guys talking about maths.
That's insane.
Yeah.
No, there should be a stop put to that. That's terrible.
I'm like, I really hope you're watching this just with your partner. But
even
now
why are
you're
you talking
invested.
to me about it?
Yeah. Oh, they're not talking to me about
Oh,
it because
okay.
I would never engage. Because I'd
Right.
be like, Psh, what? I'd make them feel like they were joking
Yeah.
and give them the benefit of the doubt,
Yeah.
just so I don't have to cut them
Right.
from my friendship circle.
What about
Forever.
Neighbours?
Yeah,
Home
I
and
don't know.
Away?
I don't know any Australians. That's a fair point. I don't know one single person that watches that show.
And
Is that
also,
because it's too old?
Is it
or is it
anyone's
still going?
favorite show? Like it's a show,
think
but
it's
I don't
still-
think it's anyone's.
That would be crazy. I totally get it,
Yeah,
but
true.
that has never happened.
Yeah, true.
I recently had someone say, "I've been watching Two Broke Girls recently." I'm like, "What the fuck are you?
What
How
is
are you even
that?
confident telling me that?
Mm.
It's crazy."
What is that?
I couldn't tell. I haven't seen one
I
episode,
think
but I'm like,
Big
that's
Bang Theory is definitely.
Yeah.
I think that probably
if
tops
that's
it.
your favorite, it's
Mm.
just like
okay. Yeah,
you
It's
have
happened to me a
no
few
sense of
times.
humor or a personality.
Mm.
Mm.
So why don't we do the wedding bit? Because we got, we're all
Yeah.
at different wedding stages. Has anyone got any other questions? I don't know.
Yeah, I've got some
Oh,
questions,
please.
and not to derail your
Wait,
wedding question, but
derail.
like I don't know if it's the most. If Phil loses subscribers after this gets mentioned, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so my question, it's kind of related. It's about life partners, and so either you or your partner have to be Benjamin Buttoned. One of you starts at 80 and one of you starts at 0.
Okay.
Who are you picking to age in reverse?
Oh.
You decide.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah.
So like, okay, if
Yeah, talk me through your thinking.
so basically, if you age normally, you start at 0,
yeah.
and then she starts at 80, and then you're 40, like at the same time. But then
Yeah, but when do you
invert.
start seeing each other? Surely it can't be until the 0 one is 18,
you're 20,
Yeah,
and
correct.
which makes the 81.
let's say
Yeah,
let's
see,
say
that's-
for simplicity's sake, 20. You meet when one
I
of you
think
reaches 20.
I have thought this before. I would like to age in reverse.
Okay.
I think that would be cool.
I
Yeah.
mean, society's not well set up for it, but
No, but like if I got the option of
Yeah.
like being decrepit and then getting like slowly stronger for like 60 years.
and then rapidly
and then-
shrinking.
Yeah, but then just get like looked after by your parents for the last couple of years, and then that's it. Like that's a pretty good deal.
I mean, they are kind of two sides of the same curve,
I
really.
yes, but
Yeah.
I also think that like the aches and pains just get better and better and better.
Yeah.
But
You know
how
what I mean?
does
And
it-
then you're at your most
So
I
are
can't-
you're going to start at 80? So you'll be 60.
I would personally like that.
You'll be 60. You'll be dating a 20-year-old.
I mean, I'm pretty prepared for that
Yeah,
eventuality.
so really
anyway.
we should say 60-20, not 80-0.
Right.
Yeah, but you start at 80 and 0. Like
Yeah,
you've got to
yeah,
live
yeah,
the
fine,
full
fine.
life, but you start
the
at
problem with- The problem with the Benjamin Button thing is when you're the early stages of your life, you're old and decrepit, but you're only just learning, so you have like the brain and knowledge of a
Yeah, I'm doing that,
baby.
and I'm gonna divorce her when I'm Benjamin Button.
Wait, so hang on. When are you divorcing her?
40. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm
That's like if they remade the movie with Leo.
That's good. Yeah, I would like to do a Benjamin Button. Just
In general.
that's it. Yeah, just in
You
general.
can take or leave the wife part.
Whatever. It's what it is.
Okay.
But like she's getting a normal life. I feel like it's a bit of an imposition to be like, look, you're now going to Benjamin Button it. So
Hey, Foster put me on the spot and
Yeah.
I panicked.
no, I'll do it. I'll figure it out.
Okay. I think that's probably the more noble option too. You
I'm a very noble guy.
jump on the grenade.
Mm.
Yeah. Any opinions to the contrary?
No, I'm with Eli on that.
yeah.
I'll be Benjamin Buttoned.
So what if you can't? What if you can't divorce her?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm just saying I think that'd be a cool life trajectory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll be 25, nearing the end of your life. Oh, not really.
25 to go, yeah.
Yeah, and she'll be
55.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I think it's probably the better option rather than forcing it on someone else.
Yeah.
Good question. What else you got?
I can ask a second question. Okay. Would you rather have to start every sentence with actually,
Oh, man.
or I could be wrong, but
I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
I'll go, actually. It's shorter.
I thought actually because it actually makes you sound more decisive and authoritative. So even if you're wrong, there's a chance that people will just believe you anyway.
You can also inflict it a lot of different ways.
That's true.
Mm.
Whereas I could be wrong, but it's just a
Well,
straight
I c-
admission of incorrectness.
no, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but to me just sounds like everything I say is going to sound like I'm taking the piss.
Mm.
I could be wrong, but we got to turn right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd get sick of that.
What do you want for dinner? I could be wrong,
But I want Rob's burgers.
lasagna.
Yeah, okay. Actually,
I'm going, actually.
I just immediately thought you just sound like a cunt. Actually,
Yeah.
Actually,
like
That's
you're
what I
correcting
thought
someone
initially as
every
well.
time.
No, but you can sort of say it like, actually, and it's almost like you're correcting yourself.
Actually, no, you couldn't say it like that.
Actually, you could.
Actually, yeah, I think you're right.
No, actually, let's move on.
It works.
What beloved franchise has been the most destroyed over the last 10 years? So, think like how shit Rings of Power has been.
You
know.
So many.
FIFA.
FIFA's not a bad call.
Oh,
really? How?
FIFA.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout at all.
Family Guy?
It wouldn't be my first one. And I think Family Guy's still funny.
Nah, really?
Yeah.
No.
Why FIFA?
I haven't
Like
watched
the the game.
I assume that's what you meant.
Yeah, but even the actual organization though, I think is
they've always
pretty-
been corrupt.
pretty fucked.
No, that's always been.
I think it's just more out there though.
Yeah, but if you watch like the 2002 World Cup, like that was
Pretty
completely,
dodgy.
completely rigged.
Yeah,
That was peak.
my first thought though was the game. Like the game has gotten such a bad reputation
has,
that they've
it has.
transitioned away from the branding of FIFA.
Mm.
It's not what I thought you'd say, but that is a good one.
Yeah. The fact that you buy it and you don't have all the players, like you have to open players to
Yeah.
build your. That's just
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
wild.
well, let me bring this one up because apparently, and I can't comment on this
Oh,
yet.
I know what you're going to say.
Star Wars
Yeah, that
apparently has been
probably
ruined.
mine.
I'm
Yeah.
only 3 movies in.
Which three?
And- Well, the first 3 that were made, so in the 70s, I went from age.
Side question: how did you like 6?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah. It's
I
all right.
really don't like 6.
That was my reaction to all of them. And my question to the group chat, which you and I didn't, Foster, was
Suck it.
I think I've been on this podcast for like 18 months.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
Still not in this fucking group chat.
Let's leave it that way.
is when do they actually get good for then to be ruined? Because right now I'm not there.
Well, I mean, okay, so 4 and 5, I don't think any of us understand how good it was to watch that in 1977.
Yeah, exactly.
blown
That's
your
what I
mind.
had to do in my brain where
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
And
if
they're
I
still
was
good
back
movies.
then, yeah.
But then you get to, I think 2 is memeable and fun. 1 probably the same way, like it's pretty flawed, but it's fun. And then 3 is awesome.
Yeah.
3 is awesome. So episode
3
3.
is awesome.
I'm keen for that because that's
Yeah.
where I've seen like probably the most
3 is
clips.
awesome. I'd
and-
argue Rogue One is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Rogue One,
One of the
Andor,
which is when?
that's pretty good.
movies.
When is that?
That's like a
Rogue
singular
One sits
movie.
between 3 and 4.
in
the most-
storyline or when
in
it was
storyline,
made.
and it was made in 2015, so
Oh,
pretty
so quite recent. Yeah.
But the last 3 are just. In fairness, you can kind of
Quite
lift it all
recent.
out. Like you can kind of just pretend 7, 8, 9 didn't happen. That's not a problem.
Yeah, they had nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
In my head, they don't. Because then
Yeah, I've
it
just
kind of
pretended, yeah.
makes all the other movies obsolete. If you watch those and like,
I think if we watch this back, we're all going to say Harry Potter. I think that series is going to be so bad.
Do you think?
I think it's going to be so bad. Yeah.
I have higher hopes than I thought I would have, but and I'm willing to admit that I was wrong once
Yeah.
it comes out. But I had that idea / request a while ago where I was like, oh, I wish they remade the
yeah.
movies, but made it into a show so they could include more detail from the book, so they have more time. So maybe that'll be the case, but it
I'll
may
still
be
watch
ruined.
it.
Oh, dude, 100%
I'll
I'm
watch
going to
it.
watch it. In the same way that next Star Wars movie comes out, I'm still going to watch it.
Yeah.
Even though, is it going to suck? Yeah, probably.
So it's your fault, Phil, basically, that this got greenlit.
I think so. They read my mind.
The
Yeah,
monkey's
my
paw
mobile phone
curled,
read it.
and somewhere in the future, someone was like, "I'm going to make a TV series out of this."
No, it can't have been my fault. Snape looked very
The-
different in my mind.
The thing that gets
Even
me
whiter.
is that because I've seen the trailer a few times, and the sets look identical.
Mm.
Right.
It looks so similar to the original movie.
It may be the same set.
Probably in a lot of cases probably would be, but I was like, well, why would you like that? Feels a bit lazy to me to just
Nah.
reuse the same.
Oh, the set was awesome.
Yeah,
like that,
it's fine.
get that
especially in the first one. Like the first one to me is exactly what I pictured it when I read the books.
I get that it's good, but then what's the
The
point?
first
What's
one,
the
yes.
point
Yeah.
of doing like
Number
a
3.
remake if it's
Well,
gonna
they're gonna tell
if it's
different
gonna
stories,
look and feel
theoretically.
exactly the same? No, they're
Yeah,
not
but
gonna tell
no,
different,
more detail.
What different
It's like a
stories,
10-part
though?
series about just Philosopher's Stone, I think.
But like,
Yeah,
what?
the whole first season should be the first book.
the story,
More detail.
The story can't change that much.
No, but they had to cut a lot.
Yeah.
To fit into movies.
I feel like they're going to add a lot of just fluff around,
Dude, of
like
course, and it's-
James and Lily Potter, and like
and it's gonna suck. I know,
their
but-
school years,
Snape's gonna
and
get bullied
like
because he's black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
It'll bring a racial thing into it that
Yeah,
wasn't
for
there
sure.
before.
Anyway, I think that's going to be bad. But it's also like, I still
I-
don't know why they keep doing this.
No,
Every franchise really has. Like, we're not Star Trek fans. I've seen some of the reviews of that. It's amazing how bad it's been.
I guarantee you there's going to be like a Malfoy kind of, child abuse subplot.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
oh,
on
do you think?
that's on my bingo sheet. Yep, he's going to
That's
be
a good shout.
a sympathetic villain.
Yep.
Oh, he already is in the books, kind of.
I
When he
would go
when
so
he gets
far as
older.
to say they might even try to make Voldemort a sympathetic villain. They might be like, you know what?
Yeah, because nothing can be evil.
Tom Riddle
Just
was
for the sake of
just,
it.
you know, he was a product of a bad school
That's
system.
what they did with Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. The orcs aren't evil. It's like they're almost like refugees. It's like, bro, they're not. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
They're just looking for a home.
Yeah.
I swear that's what happened in Rings of Power. Like Lord of the Rings, I'm surprised you didn't say. I don't know if you've seen Rings of Power. It's awful.
I watched 2 episodes and stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Season 2 is worse.
I'm also blinded by the fact that I really want a new Dumbledore, so I have really high hopes for that.
What's wrong with old Dumbledore?
1, 2, brilliant.
Yeah.
Old and wise and slow and calm.
Yeah.
3 onwards, ruined. That actor ruined him for me.
So you blame Richard Attenborough for dying?
Absolutely.
I saw a fake AI video of a guy that was like Dumbledore, but it's played by Michael Caine, and he like does the impression.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
really good. Yeah.
But on that point, though, I don't just blame him for dying. I blame him for also being too homophobic, because apparently, Gandalf, what's the actor's name?
Ian McKellen.
Ian McKellen.
Ian McKellen
Next
didn't want to
question.
take the role of Dumbledore because he didn't like who he was replacing because of some homophobic remarks that actor made or something. Apparently.
Really?
Yeah,
To be
because
honest,
he was approached apparently to
that-
have the role,
That
which would have
would've-
been nice.
That would have confused my
Yeah,
childhood brain
maybe.
too much. If Gandalf and Dumbledore were
Yeah,
played
the
by the
same
same
person.
actor, oh my God.
So he
yeah.
didn't want to replace a homophobic guy because he's so homophobic.
Allegedly.
Stupid. All right. Would you rather develop cuck fantasies, or you have to be a 100% Trump supporter, everything he has done, including for the rest of his term? So, like, you know, him depicting himself as Jesus, you have to be like, yeah, that's
so you
cool.
have to be a cuck for Trump.
Yeah. It's like the Epstein handling, you're like, yeah, I think you did it perfectly. Like, you have to do that or be like a legit, like, have cuck fantasies.
Cuck fantasies.
I think you have to.
Yeah. Definitely.
That still sucks. But yeah.
Fantasies doesn't mean I have to act them out, but
No.
maybe I'll watch videos, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I already am in one of those camps, does that mean I have to be
I
a
know
Trump
that you've
supporter
bought
as
it.
well?
I think I'm going to go the other way with that one.
Yeah. No, the other way's bad.
Am I just cooked?
Yeah, you're cooked.
Oh, damn it.
All right, what about this one? What's the weakest acceptable trigger to cry? Like, obviously, men can cry, but like, if,
Smelling
you know,
The lad doesn't.
I don't cry.
no, but like, you know what I mean? Like, if someone gets your order wrong, you can't start crying.
Yeah.
So, what's like the weakest acceptable thing where it's like, yeah, all right, that's fine.
Smelling salts.
Smelling salts was, oh yeah, we didn't tell you the smelling salt
What?
story, so we did that for his bucks.
No way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun.
What does it smell like?
I wanna try
or
it.
do?
It's ammonia.
It's
Apparently
like,
it smells like cat piss.
no, it's
I don't know
like,
what that smells like.
have you ever jumped into a really chlorinated pool
Yeah.
and the water goes into your nose?
Oh yeah.
It's that, but like 100 times more intense.
God.
It's a real, and it,
Dude, and
and it,
let's
it
tell the story.
burns.
Full credit. So one of his groomsmen, top bloke, is up in Coffs Harbour as a doctor. He was working that night, flew back at like 4 a.m, like crazy effort. He does the first hit of smelling salts. He's not even lifting anything. And like, you're meant to smell it from probably like, you know, yay away. Dude must have had
Like
nose
nose in
contact.
bottle.
Oh my
Yeah.
in there.
God.
Nose to
He
rim.
was crying. I'm like, what an effort. That was, yeah. Then Foster kind of follows suits almost as deep.
Yeah. Also cried.
Well,
Yeah.
got me. Like I've seen the lifters do it, but then I watched Theo Von and
Yeah.
Joe
I've
Rogan
seen
do
that
it on the show. And Theo's like, give me another one. Give me another one.
Yeah.
Rogan's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Yeah, it's not good. I hit 100 for 2, and then I think the salts stopped me from doing 105.
I bet.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, for me, and I was not as intense as, like, I did it where you're supposed to. You feel it in the back of your head.
Oh my God.
There's a point in the back of your head it hit that I was like, oh shit.
I couldn't breathe for like a couple of seconds, and I was like, I hope this feeling goes away soon because I would really like to breathe again.
I was like, because I'd seen these guys suffer, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to go too close, but like, I don't want it to miss. Like, am I close enough?
Yeah.
You will know when you're close. Like, you'll know when it happens. Like, it's
Wow.
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. That's actually why I'm wearing the mask, just to
Yeah.
prevent any kind
I'm
of like
really.
accidental contact.
It
I've
was
learned,
terrible.
learned my
I left
lesson
them
now
at
hanging
the
out
gym
with
somewhere,
Elijah.
and I don't know if the cap was even on.
Oh,
I don't know where
God.
they are, but
Oh,
anyway.
I remember exactly where you put it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, good.
I can go ask them if you want.
I'm okay. I don't want to take ownership of that.
I'm glad you acknowledged the mask yourself. So that would have been embarrassing if you
what?
just the what? Who?
What?
It is embarrassing
Oh,
for
sorry.
you, obviously.
Anyway, the crying. What about like a national anthem?
No, I think that's
If
See,
you're just
that's
like
not
in
soft.
if you're just like in the crowd.
Unless you're American, then yeah.
Everything I thought of was like happy cry.
No, that's fine.
Like I've cried watching a reel of a dog getting saved or something like that.
I've cried.
I just wanted that starts going.
Was it one of those AI ones where it's like
This is pre-AI age, right?
Have you
where
seen
it's
those?
like in a fire truck and then a fireman rescues it and it's on the front seat and then they
Yeah,
become like
absolutely,
best friends?
No.
Have you seen those AI videos of the cucumber and bananas?
Yeah, I don't
the
get
fruit,
it. Yeah.
the fruit
Yeah.
couples.
Yeah, imagine crying to that.
Imagine crying to that.
No,
I think
but I was gonna say like a dog dying in a
It's
movie.
always dogs with you. People
I
do
love
not
dogs.
warrant your
I got
empathy.
that dog in me.
The muffle, push that on.
Put
It's
it
like, no, push it on. Like you've got
You
it.
just spread.
Like it's a half off. There you go. You were probably
Yeah.
double muffled.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Crisp.
Is that better?
Crisp. The
But
fans are
do
going to
you
love
want
it.
me to-
No, I'll just spray it
Get
with
that
something
hat from
deadly.
Adam. What is that?
Didn't know they made them with straps
And a little breathing thing at the top.
The
Checks out.
ventilation, the double chin straps could be
Just
the
around the
move.
ears or something? Around the curls?
Oh yeah, it could
It's
be-
a sports
could be
one.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's actually meant for minor construction work,
Yeah, I think so.
which I do a lot of.
Dust particles.
in my apartment
Do that when you're building an
that I-
IKEA.
that I rent.
Nice.
You got that from work, didn't you?
No, I got it from home. We just had them. They're the only masks that we had.
Oh my
I don't even know if they're
You had some
whatever they are.
equipment.
PN95 or whatever the thing
And
is.
Hardcore masks, leftover rat tests.
what a nerd.
Nerd.
I've got a question. Oh, did everyone answer the last one?
No, what was the cry for you?
Mine and the weakest one I've got on my crying resume, which is sparse, but it would be like something that didn't happen in the moment, but like it reminded you of someone else. That's the last cry I remember doing.
Oh.
Because I'm always put out by people who go, how often, I don't know what's normal for crying, right? And I'm pretty, well known as a autistic robot, but people who cry once a week and it's like that's just normal. Really, like I always find that surprising.
Yeah, I don't think that's normal.
I'm sitting at like once every couple of years is probably my
Yeah.
long run average.
I think it's relative though.
Sure.
If you're going through like a rough patch of something, you might cry a lot more often.
I weirdly aspire to cry a little bit more. I think I want to be a bit more human than I am right now. I
Yeah.
think that would be good, but
What's stopping you?
I don't know, my programming, I don't know.
genetics.
Your genetic, yeah, it could be.
Especially in the right moments. You don't
all
want to be.
all those immunizations I got, I don't know.
Like a tear ductectomy.
Sure.
Yeah, with the tear duct thing, that's weird. Like, can you still have the sensation of that I'm sobbing right now, but no tears are coming
That'd be
out?
so much worse if you just dryly.
Yeah.
You look crazy.
You're not even leaking, bro.
I've heard that it is possible.
Does your nose still run? But nothing out the eyes?
This doesn't count as crying.
Sorry, you were saying?
No, I was gonna say I've heard that it is possible to like just stop like being able to cry if you are like traumatized and stuff.
Ah.
Yeah. Maybe it's like it moves your threshold or something. And then
No, I
you
believe
just-
that,
you
yeah.
just don't get
100%.
set off. My answer was going to be like probably like a music or a song. Like
Yeah,
if
that's
it's
good.
associated with especially like a movie. Oh man, have any of you seen 1917?
Yeah.
No.
I thought you were going to say Grease.
No, there's a scene at the end of that movie, and then the score is just on a playlist that I listen to at work, and then every time the song comes
When you're
on,
seeing what's in the Game of Thrones guy, the brother,
it's
is
when,
it right at the end?
it's right at the end.
Yeah.
And I won't spoil it for you, my lad. But
I can't believe you guys haven't seen it. It's such a
so
good movie.
good.
Is that the
Yeah.
one where it's all filmed in one shot?
Yeah, like two.
Yeah.
What do you mean, you guys? You just
Sorry.
assume I hadn't
Yeah,
seen
I mean,
it?
I do assume that. That's just muscle memory.
Yeah, but no, that song at the end, it just hits. I'm like, oh my god.
Right.
Yeah,
I'll have to listen to it again.
I started that movie, didn't finish it, but it
Oh.
is very intense.
it's good.
Yeah.
Finish it.
Well, I was
You
watching.
watched 5 minutes. Oh, it was intense. What are you doing?
I mean-
I watched the opening credits. I could
1917.
I
what
didn't see it.
what
What do you
happened
mean
to
it's
that?
No,
intense?
I was just, when you put on a movie, you're scrolling through your phone and
So
you're
I'm
not
sorry,
really watching it.
You
That's what
put
I
on a
meant.
movie, you're not really watching it, you didn't finish it, but you're like, oh man, it was intense.
It's just how it's filmed.
Yeah. Have you watched?
You don't have to.
I think we brought this up before, but have you watched that show, the English show?
What? Which one?
The one about the young kid goes to jail.
Oh yeah, Adolescence.
Adolescence.
Yeah, that
That's
was
all.
good.
Every episode is
Yeah,
one
yeah,
take.
yeah.
That's intense.
Yeah, it just makes it like you're there.
Yeah. The whole time I was watching it, I was just like the performance. Like I was just trying to
Yeah.
find mistakes because like everyone has to perform perfectly, otherwise there's no retake.
Yeah.
But apparently they had to do like a ton of retakes, and they reckon there was only one or two where it was like right near the end, and they're like,
One guy like,
"Fuck!"
one
Gotta
guy
do
like
the whole-
farts like
yeah.
with 30 seconds.
Oh, a bit of audio fart wouldn't. I think you could edit that out. If they released that today, no one would believe it. They'd be like, yeah, they probably just fixed the mistakes with AI. Whatever.
We can cut that in post, right?
I want to see that. That'd be great. Great outtake.
I've
You
got
had a question, yeah.
I've got another one. Okay, so if you were a video game boss,
Mm.
what would your dungeon or boss room be like? What would your special ability be? And what would your weakness be?
This is like your drop question.
Which one was that?
Yeah, like what would you as
what
a boss?
item
Yeah,
would you drop?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not that. It's probably
it's
it's a follow up to that.
Yes. That's,
Yeah.
It's almost like a spiritual successor to that question.
You're about to need a spiritual successor. Okay, so the room, like what would the
I don't know why that was funny, but it was.
No, it was pretty good.
Thank you.
Are you taking credit for my joke? Was it?
No, validating my laugh.
Right. Yeah, good. What would my room be like? I think Phil's is just like full audio visual. Like,
That's just a disco.
Yeah.
A club.
yeah, that would be pretty good. Like just full John Wick style, but like
Yeah.
you're in
Yeah.
charge.
Have you seen Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah.
I feel like you could be like, the DJ boss battle that they have, like at the
Yeah.
end. I feel like that could be your.
I was picturing
your
cooler
room.
though.
Yeah, it could be
I was
cooler.
picturing the DJ battle from Zoolander.
That could be cool too. The
breakdance
skateboarders going. David Bowie's there for some reason.
Yeah, I was just
Okay.
picturing one of the. I can't remember what movie it was. It was a Denzel movie. Maybe it was Man on Fire or something. But there's a scene in like a nightclub, which is I'm picturing that.
Oh no,
Is it
I think
Man
it
on
is Man
Fire?
on Fire. Yeah, I know the one you talk. Oh no,
Where-
Equalizer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where he has to get
Yeah.
the girl out or something.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That is half of his movies, to be fair.
That is true.
If you don't have one locked, I actually thought of a couple for you and one
Please.
for you, Millett, as well.
Okay, yeah, please.
Elijah, yours. My first thought was just like a gym, but I was like,
Sure.
no, I think that's probably too generic. So then my second thought.
Also on camera, he won't be jacked enough for that.
Hey, true.
My second thought was just like a very sparsely furnished 2-bedroom apartment. like
Like you, it's the cutscenes, like you check the fridge and it's just like eggs and nothing else. So it's just
there's
a
like
divorced dad lives here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like you finish going through a dungeon and you open the final door and you enter just like a room and there's like an armchair
Yeah.
and then a TV on the floor and then in the cupboard there's like a mug and a cup.
Yeah, that's good.
And then the last one I thought that could be funny for you would be a public train.
and you don't know who the boss is. You're walking through the crowd and you have to spot who it is. but you don't spot it, he just starts yelling at you for doing something wrong.
Yeah. And his special ability makes you feel compelled to like play music out loud or something.
Put your feet on the seats.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
And then Milad, I didn't have a room for you, but I thought your special ability could be to turn your opponent into just like meat, basically.
Why?
Oh, just I remember from your 30th when Milad was like, "Oh, are you going to finish that?" And
Oh,
it just
yeah.
was like,
Fucking guy. He has about 4 mains. He's like, oh, what do I owe? Like, what, like 100, 150? Oh, gee. Do I have to explain maths to this idiot?
There you go.
yeah.
That
So,
could work.
They were my answers.
And what was your one then?
Good question.
IKEA.
Oh, I guess.
Special ability is just.
I mean, that is basically my boss room for all of my like, direct reports. So
yeah.
it's a bit of a cop out answer to the question.
Like
just
a handball
picturing-
court, but your special ability is to just make people not have any sort of self-confidence.
Yeah,
could be
maybe. Yeah.
I was picturing more like the actual like warehouse, and the special ability is the like the furniture rises, assembles itself, and then throws it at you.
I could see that from a
could be
video game
good.
point of view.
Yeah, that could be good. Yeah. No, I don't know. I couldn't really think of one.
What was,
Maybe
what was the third part to the question? It was the special ability and...
what's your special ability, and then what's your
Weak
weakness? Yeah,
Oh,
or your
yeah,
weak
okay.
spot. Where's someone hitting you? Or like, what kind of damage are you weak to?
I have to assume it's forehead. I just, feel like that. Too easy. It's too much of a...
And the beautiful irony of that is like you would never wear a helmet either.
Oh, no.
I've been skiing with Elijah and he just refused to wear a helmet the whole time.
Really?
What's going to happen? Look at me.
Look at me. Yeah, I don't know.
That reminds me
You're
of that
pretty
AI
tall.
photo I did of you in the trenches in World War One.
I sent that to my family group chat. That's so funny.
Have you seen that?
Oh,
I think I've got it saved.
No, it's very funny. Yeah, I think the train would be good. I'm just imagining the cutscenes, and yeah, it's just like you sort of see yourself in the train window, like just reflected, and it's like,
And then suddenly you're in the reflection.
No, but like you just some 16-year-old who's you're right, playing music or just doing something slightly antisocial, and I just appear at the back.
The gameplay.
Slam.
The gameplay is you've just defeated someone else. You escape onto the train. You're like, all right, I've got a long train ride. Your character sits down on the seat, puts his feet on the seat in front of him.
Yeah.
And then Eli appears. We all use the train, buddy. Get your feet off.
We've talked about that on the podcast, right? That I just keep
Yeah.
yelling. Yeah, okay. Since I got my
Have you
car,
got more?
I haven't. No, because since I've been driving, it's
If
less of a
your
thing.
boss arena is the train, I feel like your ability would be like you smack the ground and all of the seats flip the other way.
That could be good.
Sends like a shockwave down the train.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, well, my
I
lad's finding
feel like your weakness would maybe
Can't
be
seem to
like
find
a
it.
vegetable,
Oh, yeah. If
here it is.
you somehow force feed me celery or something.
Yeah. My boss arena would just be like the biggest sports oval you can find.
Yeah.
And then my weakness is like physical damage.
Okay, you just run away the whole time?
Yeah,
or-
like I'm immune to ranged attacks, but if you catch me, it's one punch and I'm done.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's
what
good.
are you doing to them? Like, what is...
I'm just running away.
Okay.
Just running away until they're really tired.
This
and
guy has the
then-
key to whatever the goal of this game is, so
Yeah.
you just got to catch him and kill him.
That's
the
basically
final
it.
boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
Tough.
my move.
I was excited about this one. So we'll do the 10 out of 10 one, right? So the scenario is you're somewhere between like the 3rd and 10th date with this girl that you think is perfect, like absolute, like by definition 10 out of 10. Going around, what is the biggest red flag that you would push through? And I want to go last because I feel like mine's going to be too serious, but I've thought of a few that I'd be like, yeah, that's fine.
I think if she was a nudist,
You'd
But you'd push
put
through.
up with it,
I'd manage. Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow, I'd find a way.
but like how?
Yeah, what's
Like, where's
what
she doing it?
extreme?
Or just at home.
Oh,
That's the worst answer. Oh
yeah,
my god,
that is...
you are useless.
Why?
What? So your partner has,
I know, I can turn that
has
into-
to have clothes on at all times at home.
No, in this situation, she doesn't have any.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's a red
Nudist
flag.
Yeah, but that's more of a green flag.
No, but like,
I feel like you've missed the point of this question.
what if she was like cooking and there was like hot oil?
Even better.
If she's
So, like
into it.
really like burning hot.
Would she
Got a
put
problem
on
with me.
would she put on an apron?
No, she's a nudist. She can't wear anything.
Sounds.
I mean,
I
let's
think if
move
it was
on.
like,
That's,
you know, she was going to
sounds-
work or something and
Yeah,
she was
that's
wearing
one
a
thing.
thong, it's a bit worrying.
I feel like.
would be worrying.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we said red flag. You thought fantasy. We don't want that.
No. Sorry. We can cut this in post, right?
This is why you're not in the group chat, right there.
Fucking hell.
Ugh.
I was going to say bad breath or hygiene, but I don't think I could look past that.
I have got rid of someone for bad breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about it and then I was like, I don't think I
bad
would.
breath is it's tough.
It's also a signal. It's not just bad breath.
Mm.
They're probably quite unhealthy
Yeah.
internally.
Mm.
Mm.
So I think if it's on a date and they're like chewing loudly and just like they have no etiquette at the table, I could look past that.
You get pushed through?
Because, yeah.
Like a lack
mean,
of
just never eat
table
out.
manners.
Maybe my standards are
No,
much
no,
lower.
no.
That's not even a concern. If someone's perfect, but like they chew with their mouth open,
No, I'm
Fine.
saying like they
Oh,
eat
yeah.
like a barbarian.
What about if it was like eating with their hands at
yeah,
the
that's
restaurant?
what I mean. Like
Fine.
white chicks.
What about pick up the plate and then like lick it afterwards?
fine.
Okay.
She's
In the
perfect
restaurant.
otherwise. She's licking a plate. I don't care.
Yeah, okay.
Or what
What
about
if
if she
she-
cheats on you?
Mm,
I wouldn't put up with
yeah,
that.
but that's not
No.
that's not a
That's-
red flag.
yeah.
That's
Or
just
if she
you're
has,
not going to continue
she has,
dating,
she
are
has
you?
a guy best friend.
Ah,
She's perfect otherwise. She's got a straight guy best friend.
straight. Yeah.
Or all her friends are guys.
Nah. I'd probably pull up stumps there.
Weirdly, I feel like all the friends are guys is more acceptable than just one.
If there's a backstory to it, but otherwise, if it's just like I went to an all-girls school and I just don't talk to any of those people, I just hang out with dudes now. So why?
Mm.
Yeah, I think just on paper one is weirder, especially.
Yeah,
if
so
it's
we've gone
straight
for
man.
we've gone from like ones that are easily looked past and
Yeah.
then ones that are just a dead set deal breaker.
So what do you got?
What about in between? I don't really have much. But what if it was like you're on a date? What if it was?
What if
Okay.
once a week she was like, "I need to drink some of your blood."
Oh, yeah.
How much?
How much of it? Well, that's a great question. How much is too much?
If she needs a vial, all right.
A liter?
Nah. What? No, I'd die.
No, you
No, if
wouldn't.
she needs a little vial, you cannot lose a liter of blood a week.
Oh, per week. Yeah.
A week? You replace a liter of blood in a week?
I don't think so.
How often can you give blood?
You can give plasma every 2 weeks, but you can give blood every 3 months.
Oh, okay. Well, what about every 3 months?
She wants to drink a liter of my blood.
Every
Yeah.
3 months?
Nah.
Nah, it's gone.
Nah.
But like a thimble every day?
What if she
That
had?
doesn't sound very Catholic.
What-
No,
What
probably
if she
not.
had no control over her flatulence?
Yeah, I'll put up
Like
with
she
that.
physically couldn't control it.
This gives me the green light. It's fine.
What
That
if?
doesn't
It
bother me at all.
gives you like the perfect
All
cover
right,
as well.
How about this one? This is the one I thought. How about, 10th date, it's going perfectly. You're like thinking about rings, and she goes, I'm not sure it was 6 million. You putting up with that or no?
What, like Holocaust denial?
Yeah, Holocaust denial.
Oh.
I'll look past
Is
that.
her-
What about like a serious? What about like a serious flat earther?
I'll look past
Yeah,
that.
I'll look past both.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose
What do I know?
everything else is perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
I wasn't there. I haven't been to
That's true.
space.
That's
Who
true.
knows? Maybe she's right.
Yeah, you're right.
If
And
she's
like,
a 10 out of 10, I wouldn't give a shit if she...
and like, you wouldn't even have to have
Have those
that
feelings.
attitude. You just,
No.
I would just be like, well, that conversation is deleted forever. Never bringing that up.
What if she was a raging feminist?
So
How raging.
Like blue hair raging.
Well, no, she's not 10.
Yeah, but then she's not a 10.
No, like that was just her personality. She was still a 10 physically.
does she go on about it? Like,
Which one?
is it like it's only just come up
I
on
feel
the
like
on
that's
the
too
10th day?
big, Malad. I feel like that's
The
too
flat
big. It
Earth or
creeps
what?
into the rest of the personality too much.
6 million.
Oh.
It's just like there's no Holocaust
Sorry.
on a t-shirt.
Have you only just found this out? Like, does it take 10 dates with this
Yeah, it
person
takes 10
to
dates,
get to
yeah.
that information?
Yeah.
So it's not like she's not like broadcasting it.
But that's just her core belief.
Yeah, if you found it on the first date, you're probably pulling up stumps. But 10th, yeah, all right.
But it might
Sunk
be
cost.
it might be to the point where like you're watching a movie and it's about World War II or something, and then she'd be like,
she's just like scoffing the whole time. I
yeah,
don't
she's
think
like,
so.
that's bullshit.
I
That didn't
don't think
happen.
so.
Propaganda.
Come on. Ray Fiennes probably had a point.
What about One Nation voter?
I don't care.
Don't care.
No.
I don't think. I
I
don't think.
disagree, but
One Nation influencer?
Ooh.
see, influencer anything would be annoying. One Nation
Yeah.
influence is pretty bad. I wouldn't have gotten to the 10th date at that point.
Yeah, that's true.
What I'm saying is after 10 dates, I'm willing to overlook a lot. Like,
Yeah.
if it's taken that long for it to come to light, I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Now we're just trying to think of flaws in females.
Yeah. Sorry to all the women out there who watch this podcast.
Just know if you get to 10 dates with me, I'm looking past whatever. It's fine.
So just
It
hold in for
explains-
10.
Yeah.
Hold in for 10.
Explains so much about
That's
our
right.
friendship.
What if she's openly racist?
So am I. She just like hates you. That'd be so funny. All right, what else do we have to do? I think I've got most of mine done. I wanted to talk about the wedding stuff. What? Give me some advice, boys.
Give you some advice.
Give me some
Are you-
advice.
Are you thinking of popping the question?
Yeah, actually, at your wedding and to you.
Look, I can't say I haven't planned for this scenario.
Yeah, that's right. Like some mace in your pocket.
Yeah, I'll actually have the sensor just to swing around. And
That's fair.
yeah.
No, it's more just like, what did you not know before you started planning it, and what would you be like? I would have told myself a year ago, whenever you started. Like, hey, I don't know, anything.
Yeah, what's come to light now that it's actually real versus what you thought
And
it
while
would be
you're
like?
thinking, I also want your thoughts on my wedding theory. Is as the planners, your level of like influence goes down the more people you have. So if you want to travel, if you want to do like bigger things, smaller wedding. That's my other theory.
Hmm.
If you want to do something that's a bit atypical and you have 40 people, that's fine.
I think the travel thing is a given. If you
Yeah.
want less people, you just make it a destination.
Well, I
'cause
mean for
naturally
travel, I
less
mean
people will come.
for even things like, so I'm a big speech guy. I would like a lot of speeches at my wedding.
Ah,
But if I've invited 200 people, they might not want to hear
yeah.
what my aunt has to say at my wedding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean.
You want it to be intimate enough for everyone to kind of feel
Yeah.
like, oh,
If I'm
yeah,
at
I
a
can
40
relate
person
here.
wedding, I would listen to anyone there talk.
Mm,
If I'm at a 200 person wedding and someone's uncle gets up, fuck, like I don't
yeah,
need this.
yeah.
that would be a great way of like weeding out guests. You just be
Yes.
like, if you're coming, you've got to speak.
Yeah, wow.
That
So
Is
then-
a genuinely good idea.
That's great because then people will uninvite themselves.
Yeah, I
Is-
actually like that. No introverts.
Do you know what? No, but not even not even just introverts, but it's like, you know, when you're
No
thinking
guests.
no
like,
mutes.
Yeah.
No plus ones. You're not talking. No
Well, yeah.
mutes.
like if you're inviting people to your wedding, people are like, "Oh yeah, I know that person. I should be allowed to come to the wedding."
Yeah.
But do you know
You gotta
me?
say a few words,
Are
yeah.
you close to me enough for you to make a speech
Yep.
about me or my wife?
I unironically like that.
Hmm.
Anyway, sorry. What? Tips
Yeah, well-
for people who haven't planned a wedding.
Any surprises?
I would say anything that makes your wife feel better or more confident or, just generally good about herself on the day is worth the money.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, don't expand on that by any means. Just leave it at that. Just make it as mysterious as possible.
Is worth
Anything.
the
I'm like,
money.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
She's
Anything.
having speech therapy. We're calling it part of wedding planning.
No, I didn't mean for it to sound that dramatic, sorry. But no, I just think like obviously it's quite expensive and I think a lot of the costs relate more to the bride than to the groom, but
You haven't seen how much I'm going to be charging you for my hair. You'll be invoiced.
Yeah, because it's got to be fake.
Why
Show up with a wig.
Why am I
That'd be
being
awesome.
Why am I being billed?
Shut up! Don't worry about it. I'm gonna show up with a Yu-Gi-Oh wig. Just not address it.
Sure, make it out to Foster. Yeah. The other one that I think is very well established, but like just the ring stuff and just the quagmire of navigating that whole thing of like, oh, do you want a real diamond versus a fake diamond?
Well, now you've done it. Any thoughts on
versus secondhand versus? Well, look,
what would you have told yourself before?
We didn't do diamond, which was great because we didn't pay. Well, actually, we did do diamond. It has lab diamonds as part of it, but the main stone is a sapphire. So I feel like I got lucky because, Bridie didn't want something that was like just a big fuck off diamond. And I know that has burnt quite a few friends and peers. But just like the genuine entrapment that you like enter into with like talking to jewelers and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The one that always gets me is one of my really good friends, Dan, went to.
The story sickens me, by the way. It still annoys me.
I can't remember if it was a wedding ring or engagement ring with his now wife. And they were there and they were chatting to this jeweler and, like kind of talking through the design and what it looked like. And then got to the end and they were kind of happy with what they'd asked for and what the kind of like quote that they'd been given. And then he goes, oh, just give me 1 second. And he goes out to the back of the jewelry shop and he comes out the front again with a bracelet and he puts it on Amna, the partner. And then he goes, wow, Dan, don't you think that is a stunning bracelet? Isn't that the nicest bracelet that you have ever seen? And then he goes, Amna, you love this bracelet. I think it looks so good on you. You really like this, don't you? Like, you should buy this bracelet. And you know what? Because you're here today, I'll give you a slight discount. And like just the amount of sales pressure.
It's the other line that.
What was the other line?
Dude, I think about the story all the time. Sorry, tell it.
It's like, do you think she's
worth this?
Yeah.
Do you like this?
Do you think she's worth it? Yeah.
Oh my God. I think about that story all the time. It didn't happen to me. And I think about it all the time. That's how much it annoys me.
I genuinely, and we can ask her after this, but I genuinely think if that happened to me and Em, Em would be like, we're not buying anything from here, and we would both leave.
Buy, and again, both parties,
I think
Dan and I love it.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. So I get all of that, but God.
The other one that I always find hilarious is like we were talking to a bunch of different jewelers, and like we went into the QVB, and one of the guys in there was talking to us, and I was like, oh, so why would I get a real diamond when a fake one is like a tenth of the price?
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, well, the resale value on a real diamond is much higher.
Dude, I had one.
Like, he says that to me in front of my partner. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would I care about the resale value?
What if everything turns to shit and you have to pawn it for cash?
I directly asked him about the ethics.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, but it's more ethical to get a lab diamond, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And she's like, well, it depends how you look at it. Like, yeah, there's that, but also like it takes a lot of energy to make a lab diamond. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm worried about the carbon. Yeah, okay, a couple of black people had to die, but like, come on, don't put too much carbon into the world.
I had someone tell me that like because a lot of them are made in China, the conditions in the like factories that they make them in aren't great, and I was like, so what? I should just like abstain from buying anything then?
Yes.
Like,
aren't they made in like
they make a lot of stuff in China. Like, what do I do?
Aren't they made in like giant machines?
Yeah.
That compress these
Yeah,
things?
it's not done by whipping people.
Yeah,
no.
come on.
The other amazing one that I heard was like this woman was like, oh, don't you just think it's so much more romantic to give your partner something that's formed in the earth over millions of years?
Yeah.
She was like, you're basically like giving her a dinosaur. And like normally I'm a huge like dinosaur anything is like my weakness. But I was like, what the fuck? Like that doesn't matter. Like no one cares about how old it is.
For that sales pitch. It's tough.
The amount of reaching that you've got to do to be like, oh yeah, it's worth spending 10 times more.
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh, yeah.
Big Mill?
Probably works. Probably works on some.
For me, it's inviting, not being pressured to invite people you don't want there.
Yeah, nice.
For me, especially because I've got two big families.
Yeah.
It's just like I probably see them all once a year
Sure.
over Easter, and then I don't really see them until next Easter. So, yeah, just ignoring that and keeping the numbers to whoever you want.
You
there,
want,
really.
yeah. I'm so
Like,
glad I don't come from one of those families who'd be like,
yeah.
hey, come on, what about whoever?
Mm,
I really
yeah.
don't come from that. And
Because then they're like,
I-
"Oh, what
yeah.
about this person?" And then you're like, "Well, if I invite this person, I have to invite their siblings or
Yeah.
their."
Also, it's okay to
it's
say
a
I don't
never-ending
know
story.
or like this person. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
That was my ex's family. Her brother got married, her older brother,
Yeah.
while we were together. And it was like, as soon as they were like, "Oh, we're getting married," the parents were like, "Oh, great. I can't wait to write my guest list."
yeah,
I'm like,
Oh,
fuck
get
that.
out.
yeah. So that's the big thing for me.
Nice.
You
You doing your own vows?
no,
Ah, I would like to hear that.
we're doing it in church, so you can't
Yeah, of
write.
course, of course,
Oh,
of course.
okay. Yeah,
No, I'm doing someone else's vows.
Hi, Eli.
I really liked Mary and Sam's super specific vows. I think we'll just do them.
Not even changing the names. I've got one more question and question set. So, Foz, do you want to empty the tank? What do you got?
No, I think I thought I had an extra one, but I actually don't.
I got one more tiny one before my big one. Do you believe in fat personal trainers?
No,
No. Why would we?
Interestingly, I believe in fat sports coaches.
Ah.
I don't mind that.
But are they
Yeah.
ex-fit and they've just gotten
Yeah.
fat?
Yeah, but
that's
but
fine.
a
Personal
sports
training, I
coach is
don't
different
buy
to
it.
personal training.
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know
very,
why, but-
very.
yeah.
Were you indoctrinated by Mr. Aitken, grammar, the fat librarian?
Oh, yeah. You see, that guy could be my tennis coach
Where,
in like a weird sense,
well,
but
wasn't his whole law that he was like a former first basketballer or something, and then
I didn't talk to that fat loser. Why would I know? I don't know.
this was common knowledge. I swear, we had a very fat guy that worked in a school library that was kind of a turd.
All I knew was he always
and,
had South Park playing in his computer.
All I know is that he was an arsehole whenever you wanted to borrow a book. He'd be like,
Never
"How
a
dare
problem
you
for.
borrow this book from the library?"
Right,
From a
right.
library.
He's like, "You better look after this book." And then
And wait, in your school or?
yes,
Like, bro, this is a library in a school. Like, settle down.
and the school sports song featured the library in the song. Like it was
Yeah.
the school was known for its library.
Yeah.
Anyway, the myth is that he was a former state basketballer, and then he stayed on the state basketballer hyper athletic diet, but he stopped playing basketball, and then he just gained 200 kilos.
Yeah, but he was enormous.
He was, yeah.
And he also wasn't that old.
No, he was probably 30s.
Yeah, that's. Ugh.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
and people are like, "Oh no, he's trust me, he's really good at shooting hoops." I'm like,
Yeah.
still wouldn't want him as my coach.
Haven't seen him dunk in a while.
Yeah. But see, coach and I'm just thinking, coach and personal trainer, one of the big differences is I would want a coach to be older and more experienced, right? Whereas a personal trainer, he could be young and jacked and how did you
Sure.
get there that quickly? Whereas a coach, you want experience. You've seen a lot of players do shit. You've seen a lot of games, played a lot of games.
I also think it's because personal trainer, all you're training to is be fit,
Mm.
Yeah, and to
and
look
you're not.
good.
So what's going on?
I think
Yeah.
if you've walked the walk,
Yeah.
then it's fine, right? If
If
you
it's
can no longer walk it, but you did once,
yeah, okay. So what if it's
Like an old fat guy. Yeah, but
Used to
why
be,
you-
massive
if you had
powerlifter.
some. Yeah, but see, then he can coach me in powerlifting.
Yeah, okay.
He can't coach me in PT.
what if he used to be on stage and now he's just let himself go and having a jolly old time
Yeah, if he was
And he's
super good,
back
and
then?
now he's super old, fine. If enough time has passed, fine.
Mm.
As a rule, no.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I think the
what
the
if it's actually
acceptance.
two coaches in one set of clothes?
What if it's I think if we drew a graph, the acceptance of fatness and age would probably correlate.
And also maybe
The
getting
older,
off
the
gear.
fatter.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you'd let Arnold train you, be your PT.
Yeah, but he's 80 now. So, you're not going to be in
Yeah.
great shape when you're 80.
Yeah.
And also, he's not in bad
And
shape.
he's not fat. Like
all right.
he's
Yeah.
Seen
Well, I'm sure
worse.
there's fat bodybuilders out there,
yeah.
ex-bodybuilders.
Vin Diesel when he's off cycle. It's terrible.
He's in Dorian Yates. He's shrunk right down.
Yeah. Oh,
he's got
that'd be
the
a scary
the
coaching
face
session.
tattoo.
He is.
Oh, yeah, I
no,
would.
you're thinking of Lee Priest.
Oh, yeah.
But also legend. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, last set of questions. Because obviously I've been on my spiritual journey.
Yes.
So I want to ask you boys a couple of questions on that one. So, religious agnostic, we're going to say? Would that be your title? Or would you say
Yeah.
atheist? Or would you say?
Yeah, agnostic.
Yeah.
Just for the sake. Okay, so what would it take for you to lose and for you guys to gain faith in God? What would it take? Like, what would need to happen before you're like, all right, shit, I'm on, or for you to be like, no way, I'm off.
$100.
I'm off God.
I'll transfer you.
Oh, my mind always goes so serious, and Voss is like $100. I'll do it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
pay
know.
you right now. I'll shout the movies and get a popcorn. Come on.
Sure. I
What do
don't
you
know.
need?
I don't know. It would have to be.
A sign.
Yeah.
Oh, you need a whole sign. Okay.
I would
Yeah.
need to be in the
What if-
field with my sheep.
What if a guy
and an
came into the room
angel.
and was like, I am God, and he starts doing shit? I don't know.
That would make me. That would.
That
would do
what
the.
you think Jesus is?
Yeah.
I'm asking them.
I don't even know how to respond. That would do the opposite to me. I'm sorry.
No, but what if he
I
starts,
mean-
I don't know, starts levitating?
I was picturing like, I'm God, and he starts doing like,
For my
Yeah,
next
he
trick,
like starts levitating, or like,
I'll turn
I
this
don't know.
water
What,
into
what
funk.
would a guy, if a guy came into the room and said, I am God, what would he have to do
yeah,
for
but
him to
that's too
convince
big of
you?
a thing to meet Jesus. He's like, yeah, okay, you're probably going to
Yeah, I'm
buy
not talking
it.
about Jesus specifically. I'm just talking about a guy
But
who
you're talking
wants to
about
make the claim.
you're talking about God specifically.
Which
just
God
the,
do you believe in?
yeah, just the
I'm
fact.
asking them because they don't
No.
believe in a God.
Yeah, but just the fact that you're making him a dude already makes me go,
let's say,
well, I don't
what
believe
if it
it.
was a cow or
'Cause
like
what is-
one of your dogs?
But like the thing that always
It's
gets
also
me is
very
like,
heretical going for the cow. It's very Old Testament and very.
You know, okay, this is probably a bit too much of a meta answer, but
Let's go.
I think what would actually make me have faith is like a need. Right? And whether it comes from me or it's extrinsic or whatever, like
Yeah.
I think like I've never felt this like need or urge or like reason to. So I think in the
okay.
absence of like some kind of stimulus, right? I'm not just going to spontaneously be like, no, okay, well, I guess I'm
Interesting.
religious, but like
Interesting.
some kind of like drive to
Yep.
religion.
mm,
I feel like if you know, if you were like, oh, a miracle, and you witnessed a miracle, or
Sure.
you were given a vision or something, it's a bit of a cop out because it's kind of like I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm an idiot now. I believe.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like if you were kind of maybe like called to it, or if you had an experience in your life that then made you reevaluate
Yeah.
how important it is to you, that would that would be my honest answer.
Because that wasn't what happened with me. Like, it wasn't like my life was falling apart. Well, isn't it still? Like,
it
has been improved?
hasn't fixed it. Yeah.
You can keep searching.
I mean, you still got that haircut, so I mean, it's got to be pretty close.
I enjoyed your hair burn on me so much at paddle. I don't know if you were at that. Obviously, you were. And I was just trying to get my hair out of my eyes. Like, I was putting water in my hair. I was just like, I'm trying to get a decent haircut. I thought it was really funny.
It's been a while now. You changed.
I'm doing it literally the day of his wedding.
you
Bro, I'm
going
telling
back
you- I'm telling
to
you,
previous?
I'm not
or brand
side
new?
parting
Or?
it, but I'm like,
Bad idea. I think just the day before, trust me, like you can style it yourself. I believe in you.
I don't
I
do
think you
that.
can. I think you can. I just think if you're
Maybe,
doing it
maybe.
the day of,
Yeah.
like you're planning too many things already
I
that day.
trust this 22-year-old Egyptian kid that's been cutting my hair.
Bro.
He knows what he's about.
I know.
I honestly think it depends. If you come out of a haircut and you think I look great, then sure, do
I
that.
just spoke to
I
him
don't
and-
do
I
that.
have never come out of a haircut and gone, I look better now than I do like the day after. Like
I think
you give
my-
it a day
yeah.
or 2 days just to like
See,
grow
I think
into
2
it.
weeks is actually peak haircut time.
I think the day of you look too freshly shorn, like your edges are too straight, your neck's red, like you've got
Yeah,
hair
mine's
on
like
you.
3 to 5 days. I think
Right.
when I almost think it's like when your hair the shape of your hair gets used to the fact that it's got more room. I don't know what it is. Like the way it falls changes.
That's why I'm going the week before. Like,
Mm.
you know, and then if something goes horribly wrong, I still have a little bit of a buffer too. Like if my barber calls up and says, "Oh, hey, sorry, mate, you know, can't make it." You know, lost
I
my
do think,
Or
by
if,
the
he,
way,
or if he slips.
I lost my scissors. You know?
I have gotten many bad haircuts, but I do think between the two of us, you have gotten the worst haircut.
Comfortably.
Yeah. He got this one mullet that I couldn't believe when I got in the car.
Really?
Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe you walked out of that barber
You
and
know
was
what?
like, thanks. Like, that was awful.
I couldn't see it. So
Oh
like,
my
They
goodness.
didn't do the mirror?
well, no, they do. But you know, whenever they do the mirror, like your only answer in that scenario is, "Yep."
It's the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing. Like, who
It's an
has anyone ever said,
No,
actually,
I'm not happy.
actually fix that part?
To be fair, it was the one haircut that I think you actually would have
Would've.
every right to say, yeah, no, we're going to do it over from the
I
top.
don't know what he asked for. It was that bad.
But see, in that scenario, you could not make it his fault. You'd be like, actually, I've changed my mind. Can we just
The problem
shave
was
it off?
I went to that barber for the previous haircut and it was fine. It wasn't the best haircut, but it was fine. And then I went back to the same barber, but different person cut my hair. And yeah,
Same barber shop,
She messed
yeah.
me up. I
Okay.
saw Elijah and
Your mum.
my mum in the
Yeah.
same day, and they both commented, and I was like, "No,
I didn't comment. I couldn't stop laughing.
I've got to fix this." Yeah.
Do you know the worst one I've seen on someone else was my mate who was an extra in a movie. He was an extra in Aquaman, actually.
Oh, yeah.
In the very first
Do you
scene.
fish?
No, the very first scene where it's funnier than that. It's funnier than that. The very first scene in the submarine. He's one of the submarine guys, but he's dead the whole time.
And he's got a bad haircut.
And he's got a bad haircut. So
Wow.
they gave him like a military style haircut.
Buzz.
But it was like super patchy. Like the fade
Oh,
was like as if they
no.
did it in like two
that's
goes.
rough. That's rough.
But like he was just a dead guy, and he's the camera pans right past him at one stage, but he's literally just sitting there. Like this.
Did he get like did he get called up to audition, or was it just like you apply? Like,
He's with an agency.
Oh, really? He's got an agent.
Yeah. So the agent
They
just
call up and they're like, "Congratulations, you got the part
Yeah. In Aquaman. Who are you playing?
of like a dead Submariner 2."
Yeah.
But I don't think it's that. I think it's like, hey, they need extras for Aquaman. Are you down?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You probably get to put... actually, do you get to bill yourself if you don't have a line? I don't care. Who cares? I'm not...
I think you just get free access to the buffet. I
No,
believe.
it was.
make
get
use of
paid?
it.
Yeah. And a surprising amount where I was
Really?
like, hang on, 1, 2, 3. And I was like counting how many
Yeah.
extras they got just sitting there. Because most of it was them just sitting on the sidelines for like a week. And then they'd be like, all right, guys, get in, act dead while we're shooting like blank rounds around you. Don't flinch. And then go sit back on the sidelines.
Well,
Imagine if he got like 1% of merchandise sales for perpetuity.
Just went Star Wars.
Yeah,
Nice.
lock that one in.
I was going to have... So I'm sticking with my spiritual ones. So
Okay.
what is your individual theory on how the universe started? You got one more after that, and then we're done.
Yeah, I don't have an individual theory. I'm like, if you can give me a convincing description of what you think the Big Bang was and why we think that happened, because we're guesstimating things that are billions and billions of years ago, then I'll be like, okay, if that is the latest science, then I'll believe it. But if something new comes out and they're like convincing, I'll be like, oh, that's
Well, I'm saying,
exciting.
what is it right now? What's your theory? But you weren't expecting this question, were you,
No.
Phil?
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's Big Bang, but like I think my beliefs are that even just looking or imagining the size of the universe is just something that our primitive brains can't fathom.
Maybe
so, like,
yours.
So like,
Look at the size of mine.
I think I just see more of yours. That's all.
right. True.
But I think it's just something that us as humans can't fathom. So to me, and this is not trying to be an insult, but to me, it's like religions are just lots of different belief stories that we can kind of comprehend and be like, okay, that probably makes sense.
Mm.
It's
What's yours?
Oh, well, obviously, I think God created the universe.
obviously.
I I think though it's because of how complex and intricate the universe is. I do think, I personally don't think it was just like a snap of a finger and everything came to be.
Sure.
I also think, their science and the Big Bang and all those things and how what we know in terms of what's
the Big
science
Bang,
based
and
is.
and this is not something that's talked about enough. The Big Bang is a religious theory.
Ah.
So it was come up with, it was invented by a priest / astronomer,
Mhm.
which is a pretty dope fusion of titles. And it was laughed at for like 40 years until they observed, whatever Doppler stuff they need to observe. I'm clearly not versed in it. And they're like, oh shit, that's what happened.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but to me-
it is both.
Yeah, so I think that because God lives in a different plane of existence where time there is no time.
Yeah.
There's no beginning or end. And we live in that plane of time and space that, things can progressively evolve over billions and billions of years. But behind that is the intention of a creator.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my
See,
opinion.
I don't sit here and go like, oh, you're totally wrong. I don't like when people are like, oh yeah, God built the earth with his hands and then there you go, humans were there. Because that just seems very much like, bro, we're not the center of things. Like, it's not. Just because you're the only conscious thing that you are aware of doesn't mean something created you. That's what I think. But like, I think if you go, and what was the Big Bang? And I'm like, well, I don't fucking know. If you want to put it to a higher power that goes, okay, I'm just going to create, I'll do a little experiment and then it turned into a universe. Sure.
Yeah.
But what is that? I think we just can't comprehend no time and space. Like that is not something we can perceive. So then we just don't know what that means.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like was this creator moving whilst creating the Big Bang? Because then time existed. Because anything that moves requires time.
Any thoughts?
Yeah.
No thoughts. Head empty. No, I think I don't know. I kind of like the Hitchhiker's Guide like idea, which I mean in that they just say that Earth is a computer and like all of life is just there to like run an algorithm basically. But I think if you then expand that and think of like the full universe, I don't know, maybe it's just like a simulation or like a computer program, or someone was just like, oh, we're turning it on now and let's see what happens. And obviously, we're a tiny part of it, so you can't really comprehend what's beyond it or outside it or before it. But yeah, I don't know. I think the idea of like you have all of these like rules, all these like speed of light, right, which is a constant. And I think the fact that you have constants that govern our universe and our like laws of physics basically
makes it seem like a simulation.
Kind of makes it seem like, oh, actually, well, if there are these rules, like who created them and like why are there these rules,
That's the electricity running the simulation, so you can't actually go out of its limits.
Yeah, or like that kind of like the boundaries of the thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we happen to have discovered a couple of them just by accident, but it's weird that these kind of numbers keep coming up everywhere in different fields and stuff. That, and then like if you go down to like size, I guess like the smallest unit of measurement or the smallest like particles that we can detect. It's like, well, why are there things that are this small? Why can't there be things that are smaller?
Well, I think the key thing you said there is like that we can detect. Everything
true.
we
Sure.
know
There may
is
be
because
smaller.
we've invented a measuring tool that measures that something. There could be many more things that
That's
we just
true.
don't have a measuring tool for. Like we can't explain like quantum mechanics or the what's the thing where two particles can have an effect on each other over like infinite space without us being able to explain it.
Like imagine if we were literally just like a really complex ChatGPT response. Like someone put in a prompt.
I think just as plausible.
Someone put in a prompt and was like, "Hey, can you tell me what would happen
just
if?"
as plausible.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And it's gone, okay, fine, I'll do the work. And it's gone, okay, well, here we go.
Yeah.
What if I said to a really advanced AI and I said, I want you to simulate an Earth, make it like, and do this really fast, make it evolve as if it was doing it with natural phenomenon over millions of years, and create species until you reach a species that's conscious and tries to explore what it's living on. And I want you to do that at scale where it's simulating billions of these creatures that only live for X amount. And then you're going to have to do billions and billions over years. Like, how do you know that we're not one split second of one of the simulated experiences that it plays out?
I mean, to me, I feel like it's also like maybe a child or something is writing the prompts as we go. It's like, oh, what if the worst person of all time was the president of the biggest country? What would happen then?
Now you're starting to get into like alien theories where they're just like
no, but I guess that's the thing. Like, well, if you put a prompt into ChatGPT and it runs a simulation, right, to give you an answer, like runs a model, does what is in that model exist?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I would say no, it doesn't, but it's got to compute based on, you know, the variables that you give it and then what it's been fed.
Yeah, like if the NPC in GTA 6, which is yet to be released in another 20 years, if that NPC, which will apparently be AI driven and have lives and go to job, like you can follow an NPC around and they'll actually do stuff. Like if that's programmed at random to make decisions, is it technically making its own decisions?
But I think that maybe that's missing my interpretation of it, which is like no one is an NPC because everyone is one, you know? Like like everyone is as conscious as everybody else, and everything is as conscious as it needs to be to like run.
You know what I find terrifying about that? Because I don't know what you guys, because I think religion is largely based on like explaining death or the meaning of death as well. So like what happens after you die? So I think it's terrifying if we were a simulation where it's like ChatGPT's running and then I turn it off, turn its power off forever. Where does that consciousness go?
I've got a question on that one, but for what it's worth, on the formation of the universe, that's probably what started it for me. Was I found the Big Bang Theory in the absence of any creating power profoundly hard to believe. In the same way I find it hard to believe that life started from nothing. That's not an observable phenomenon.
I love
it's naturally hard to believe.
This is the scale of the questions that you ask yourself. It's not like, should I buy a coffee table? It's
dude, I've got a lot of spare time. All right, I got a lot of time. Like there's only so much GTA I can play, which I am actually playing at the moment.
Do you know how Foster at the beginning of this question said something about needing a reason or a meaning or something deeper? I think yours is just like...
Well, you know what? I do think this as well.
What do I do with my time?
Well, when people say, I don't have time to think about this, I think you owe it to yourself to think about.
Oh, yeah.
Because your job doesn't matter. Your job doesn't care about you. You probably work in a fake economy that doesn't really count. Yeah. No one cares. If you're a doctor, that's not who I'm talking to. But if you're doing my shit, no one cares. Like, think about why you're here.
But do you not think it's like kind of weird that you get to decide what matters to you?
Why is that weird?
No, but like that's the thing. It's like
it's kind of the beautiful thing about life. What do you mean?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a great thing. But that's what I mean. Like, why would there need to be like a kind of governing principle that tells you what matters when you can just decide for yourself?
Yeah, but that doesn't make it true. If you have a theory about the universe, it doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah, but just because someone else made your theory doesn't make it right either.
I'm not saying whether like how I believe the universe came to be is true and that matter. Like I think that's irrelevant. I think it's more about like how you should live your life. And I think kind of maybe to Phil's point, I feel like religion tries to explain death, tries to explain creation, tries to answer a lot of questions, and tries to tell you what is right, and tells you, hey, here are the things that you should value.
Something I'd say about that is certainly, by the way, I have done this a million times, raising this thing,
I keep watching
and I do apologize if that ruins anything.
No, I think yours is quite silent. You're doing it with two hands. What is going to ruin it, and I might even zoom in on it, is Milad's jacket when he moves.
Oh, really?
You've been brushing on the mic and it's like...
Oh, sorry.
God, I hate you.
It's great.
What I was going to say was certainly my religion and a lot of them, it's not just a philosophy. And it's easy for that to fall into that. It's not just a belief system. It's an explanation of things as well. It is both.
Mm.
And what I was going to ask actually was the simulation thing. So probably a 2 or 3 part question. Are you guys afraid of dying? And what do you think happens when we do?
Depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm terrified of it when I like think about it and try to imagine like, oh, weird. Where's my consciousness going to go? And then I get like these mini anxiety attacks.
Sure.
But other times if like life's great or something, I'm like, oh, I'm not even afraid of death. It's great. Like,
Oh, really? I have like the inverse. I'm like, I feel like if, I'm like, oh, this sucks. Like, may as well just die.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean when I
Did
just
you forget plans that you didn't want to go to? That's it.
When you reminded
wish
me
I
about
was
today,
I'm going to kill myself.
I tried, but
Sure.
not hard enough. But then, yeah, I feel like that all the good stuff, like when good stuff happens to you, you're like, oh, fuck, like I don't want to die.
Right.
This
Yeah,
is
I didn't
awesome.
mean when I'm depressed. I mean when I'm like laying in peace and then I start thinking about it. When you start
okay.
trying to figure it out, you're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck happens to the me? That's
Yeah.
when you
The lad
can have
hasn't
a,
thought about it once in his life.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not scared of dying. I don't think I've.
Really? You're not scared of dying?
Not really.
Oh man. Surely that's like the biggest fear.
should be, but
Look,
like,
I'm
but
just-
also,
I'm just-
I don't want to, but I'm not afraid of it.
Just
Yeah.
biologically.
yeah,
No,
or-
you are.
I'm not.
biologically you are. You will.
Biologically, you are
you-
afraid of dying.
You wouldn't be alive if you
okay.
weren't.
Yes.
Survival
but-
instinct. Sorry, goes hand in hand.
You have.
I mean, yeah, you're
you have a
predetermined to not-
preservation instinct.
Sure, yeah, okay, of course.
Yeah.
But I think, like, I'm not asking on that level.
You don't lie awake thinking about your death.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
No.
I think it's different though. But like, if you're in a life or death situation,
Yeah, that's a different question. Saying,
Yeah.
do you want to preserve your life? Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
I
saying
guess
on a deeper level.
I guess it's probably like how far away from death do you have to be scared of it? You know?
I think that's again relative because if you said to me, "Do you want to live forever?" I would say hard no
Yeah, sure, totally.
because I'm sure.
Oh, I didn't mean like as in time. I meant like proximity to you.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh yeah. Like
Being-
if you're watching
dying.
if you're watching a movie of someone in a war walking to their certain death, I
Yeah.
always picture like how much that would suck and what's going on in their being.
I guess, how about this? I know I don't want to die. I know
Yeah.
I'm going to, and that
Yeah.
concept doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I that was my first thought as well when you asked like, oh, are you afraid of dying? I was
Yeah.
like, no, I think because I've accepted the inevitability of it. But
Everyone does it.
but I think
Literally.
you can accept it and still be afraid of it when it happens to you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't think you accepting it necessarily means that you can't be scared of it. I think you can still be like, fine, okay,
I'm scared of the
maybe-
concept of it.
maybe you want to like be brave or like honorable or something like that and kind of meet your death or your moment
Sure.
with like your chin held high or whatever, but I think you can still experience that fear. And I would say as well, like just in general, like if you've got like I don't know, the way that I would explain it is I think when I was in my teens I would get on a plane and I'd be like, oh, if a plane crashes, whatever, that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not too fast, like classic moody teenager, like.
I wish I was dead.
And like I had
Along with everyone else in this plane.
And let me be clear. Like I there's nothing wrong with me. Like I didn't have any
Yeah.
complications going on, and I had a very like a fantastic upbringing. But I was never like panicking. Whereas
Yeah.
I feel like now, especially with like a wife in 3 weeks and like a life, and I don't know, I think a little bit more maybe to live for.
Yep.
I got on a plane and I'm like, actually, if it does go down, I'll be pretty pissed. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I think of how it would affect other people, but
Yeah.
I'm saying the concept
doesn't-
of not
that doesn't
existing
scare you?
anymore doesn't bother me. No. Okay, again, I feel terrible for them, but like it's not for me to worry about, is it? Like, what
I mean,
can I
you'll
do
be
about
dead,
it?
exactly.
Yeah.
But
The concept of not existing, if that's your definition of what happens when we die, that doesn't worry me.
Mm.
If you have a truly atheistic life view,
Mm,
that never bothered me when I defined myself as an atheist.
mm.
Look, I don't know if this is a particularly spiritual answer, but I feel like your existence after death is like, people's collective memory of you. That's kind of it.
I think in this world it is, but if you have a religious worldview, that's not it.
Yeah. We talked about this the other week, I think, with Raghav.
Mm.
No, he's got a very
at
different
dinner.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's getting another go around.
He's what?
He's just getting another go around.
like reincarnation.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be terrifying.
Yeah, I don't want to do
Imagine
But
just
you don't
just
know.
looping.
You don't know. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
I guess you just. I don't know. Weirdly, I think if you believed that, you'd be like, well, whatever. Like, it's kind of like you roll the dice and see what happens. And,
Yeah.
One life you're a dude, one life you're a butterfly, one life you're a king. Like,
Yeah.
you just think, okay, well, eventually I'll probably have a good one and I'll probably have a bad one and it'll even out.
Again, to me, it's almost it's like all these things that we can't explain or can't fathom. You could also just connect all that, like reincarnation, or is it like everything is part of one energy or something where.
See, I don't believe in reincarnation because I don't think humans are going to exist for that much longer. I would bet against this is not a theistic answer. I don't think humans exist in 500 years.
What if you're reincarnating just in the human window?
Oh, so you're going to find you get like another few lifetimes at most. Sure.
What and like this is not a like gotcha question or anything, but why then if there is an afterlife, would you not just be like, okay, well I'm ready to go now actually?
Well, some people do that. So some serious Orthodox Christians
and cults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will basically starve themselves.
Yeah.
That's not most major religions' approach.
Yeah.
Because they still see the world as something that God made and God made for people to live good lives within. And it's not just a total trial run for heaven, but
is there
like life is precious is a pretty poor Catholic foundation.
Do these religions have like specific explanations of afterlife, or is it just like you will be in bliss?
Sort
of paradise,
There's differences even within Christianity. There are big differences. Like
I bet, and that's
like
why I asked.
Purgatory is a very big Catholic thing and not a big thing for a lot of other sects. But that actually was a big. Like I looked at all these religions, by the way. I didn't just jump to Catholic. Purgatory is a big tick for me because I don't think I belong in heaven as it stands. I don't think I belong in hell necessarily. But if in a place where there's no sin or no inclination to commit sin, like I still have that inclination, and we all do. So I don't think I'd be ready right now.
The question begs, for me at least, is like, is that an inherently physical human thing, or is that is that just because of our environment that we have these thoughts and things and how our biology is set up?
The religion for us is that we believe that like Jesus was God and he talked about it a lot.
But I mean, like, if you're in the afterlife, and you're in paradise, and there is no need for wanting anything, there is no need for life preservation, there's no need for any of these things that are inherently because of our short existence here and needing to get ahead, then to me, that's part of what brings around the sin parts. Like, you were born into something that's less favorable than someone else. Oh, you're a criminal now. Yeah. Because you're like getting your
and rejecting those like worldly gains is kind of a big part of it as well.
Yeah.
You can't put too much emphasis on that.
Yeah. So you're trying to preempt the paradise feeling while you're still in a human that's existing in a world that has lots of conflict.
Yeah, you get infinite forgiveness, but you can't embrace sin. Sure. So what do you think? You just go on blank? What happens?
I don't think I'm going blank at all.
You think
that's not what I think happens. I just don't know if.
Does anyone think they're going to hell? Okay.
Is it just like heaven but cooler?
You're going to find out. I wouldn't bring that jumper. It's going to get toasty.
Well, not all of the circles. There's only one of the circles that's hot, right?
Some people think they're actually going to do okay in hell because just like the world without any God supervision, but I think that's wrong. I wouldn't want to go.
Yeah.
Well, not even for a day trip.
Done such a good job supervising this one.
I think that's supposed to be the point of hell, right?
Really?
That it's not pleasant.
What?
You think the humans won't be around in 500 years and you're like, no, he's done a pretty good job.
No, I think it's a profoundly flawed world, but I think it's a world that's still full of beauty.
Yeah, I agree with both statements, but like you're saying that
No one's saying that this world's perfect.
sure, but you're
And-
saying a
and-
world without any supervision at all, which is
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah.
And you're saying Earth has what, some
The
supervision?
idea is it's got nothing that's beautiful that God made. So there's no plants, that, like everything, like it's just sulfuric and horrible. That's the idea.
What if I
Except
find that
for-
It's
beautiful?
not just a supervision. Yeah,
except
well,
for
good for you.
Me there as well.
Yeah, but you're going to be screaming and gnashing your teeth, apparently.
What if I find the surface of
So-
the moon
so
beautiful?
But like then,
You go.
Grey rock.
but like I appear.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that I probably don't have a corporeal presence,
Sure.
but it's sulfuric. So there's some kind of chemical composition.
I've got no idea.
Where did
if
that
that's
come
Question
from?
mark?
Where did
Is
that come
it?
What do I know?
Is it? Like question mark? Is it?
Why do I even have?
That's
Why do I even have like
Or is it just
emotions or sensations in the afterlife?
is it just a collection of your consciousness, or does your consciousness exist because of the biology in your brain?
Yeah,
Because I don't know.
Who the fuck knows?
yeah.
For what it's worth, one of my favorite Pope ideas is not from Leo, it's from Francis.
Mm.
And he got in a lot of heat for it. Was he's like, hey guys, this isn't dogma or anything, but I like to think that hell's empty.
Mm.
It's-
No one's there.
And he's like, look, I'm not even saying it's the case. It's just, this is just something I think.
That's a great definition of hell. You
And
just
man.
a lot of Catholics are annoyed because they're like, well, why are we doing all this shit? Like, yeah, people are going to hell. Come on. And he's like, look, you can think whatever you want, but like, this is just something that I like to think. I don't necessarily believe it, but
Hell's
But
hell's
to
like
me,
the small jar of Vegemite that's $8, and then the big one's 10.
sure.
no, but
It's like, well, I'll just spend the extra 2.
to me
What a
that's
great
like
pop culture reference that was.
get twice as much. Shut up.
But to me that's
Go
like
to
a
hell just for that.
to me that's
By
like a
yourself.
perfect.
Do I get to keep the Vegemite?
No, look, again, let's hope that everyone just hangs out in purgatory for a little bit longer if you don't believe in I don't know.
No. I mean, to me that's like a hell is empty.
Mm.
The first thing that made me, I didn't think like, oh, nobody goes there. I thought like, well, what a perfect place for hell to be is if you were just in nothingness for the rest of your conscious existence, but you were still conscious. Like that is fucking hell.
I think
If
it's
you were
worse than
still
that, man.
perceiving time.
It's amazing how many people have come back from near-death experiences and talked about hell the same way. And I don't believe that as a great evidence for God or not.
Mm.
But they say the same stuff, and they don't say it to like enrich themselves. They're just like, it was the worst thing ever.
Yeah, but I think
people
you
also
and I
say that they've seen UFOs and
Yeah, totally. That's what I'm saying.
A lot
I'm
of
not
people
saying
claim
it's.
a lot of
I'm not saying
things.
it's great evidence necessarily.
also I'm sure like if every person that had a near-death experience said it, okay.
and they all say similar things.
Mm. No
But
one's
like,
come out
but
and said,
what I was about to say is like you and I,
I saw
we're
a white
in-
light.
yeah, you and I were interested in the same thing,
Yeah.
but we're telling a different narrative around it.
Yeah.
Like for
I-
me, that's really interesting. The
I would al-
near-death experiences are really interesting. Of like, where does consciousness go? Like, are you
Yeah.
then a spirit? But I don't have this explanation of these rules on Earth will mean you will have a happy spirit here.
Mm.
Maybe that is the case. Maybe the fact that your spirit is, I don't know, if you want to go like, I don't know what scientific terms you would use, but if you had like a positive frequency about your existence and your spirituality, then maybe you'll be a positive spirit.
Right.
Whereas if you're bad and you're an evil person, then you'll be a negative spirit.
All
for
I would
the
caution
rest of
people
time.
against that, and I was having this conversation with someone else, is like, if you're coming up with ideas on spirituality or whatever, and it's just you're just coming up with it off the top of your own head, that's probably not a good source.
Mm.
That's all I'd say. And because I was talking to someone about like, no, I'm going to heaven. I'm like, why?
Yeah, but I would never make a definitive decision
Oh,
of
yeah,
that's
sure,
what I
sure.
believe in. I'm very
Oh, postulate
Fluid.
all day long.
I'm very
Totally.
fluid. Yeah, I'm very much like I will speculate on everything. And if something that's scientific that has figured out a tool to measure something that could be like, oh, this could be something, then I'll be like, very interesting.
Yeah.
Give me more.
The weight of a human soul.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in a Dan Brown book.
Yeah.
Can't remember which one.
The weight of a human soul. The fact that
Dante's
People-
Inferno, maybe.
people can
I think
die,
that's a book.
leave their
That's-
body.
There is a Dan Brown book about an inferno. I'm almost positive.
Dante's Inferno, like, Anyway, I don't want to make myself look like an idiot.
This is
I'm
like,
not gonna make you look like an idiot. I could be wrong.
but no, that's
actually,
that's exactly what I'm talking about, though. Like, I'll go down all these thought rabbit holes where it's like, if people die and leave their body, like there's definite stories where they've then witnessed things that have actually happened in the world, or like the hospitals have literally put like secret messages or symbols on top of things that are impossible to see while you're in the hospital. But if you die and you're floating around, you can see it, and people tell.
There's a story within my family, like
just Inferno.
Right.
Yeah.
Go.
Story within my family, like when my uncle passed away, like my mum's a doctor and she was sort of helping with the whole process. He wasn't there for the last little while, but him putting his arms up right as he was dying was super. And again, mum experienced it, and she, I don't know what she defined herself as, but not like a hardcore religious anything. But she spoke about that, and I was like, that's pretty. Again, I'm not saying that in like, hey, you should all go and believe in God, but that's not uncommon.
Yeah. But like what I'm trying to say is like, there's definite things where we've had, in quotations, proof, because to me, you could go into a theory of, well, if someone put that symbol up there, someone's done it, it's in a thought, like our consciousness is
do you know
connected. So
have you seen the Eucharist one in Argentina?
Where you drop the bread?
Yeah. Crazy.
What's
so do you want to...
You can explain it.
All right, so the idea in Catholicism is the Eucharist, like when you're handing out that little piece of bread, whatever you want to call it. Some people believe it in an Anglican point of view. That's like it's a symbol for Last Supper. Catholics like, no, that is the body and blood of Jesus Christ. Anyway, someone left it in this church in Argentina in like the 90s. Someone left it, I don't know, dropped it or something. It was then starting to turn into human flesh. Atheistically checked, or like it's very well documented, because it kept turning into it. And again, I don't want anyone to believe in anything because of that. But to this day, there's absolutely no scientific explanation as to why that happened.
So like, and I know this is like
Shroud of Turin as well, also super crazy.
Yeah.
So like, I'm like, my beliefs are probably super weird to some people as well, but like, I believe that if you strongly believe in something, you're probably making it that truth regardless. Like, I believe in not so much like manifestation.
Yeah. I thought that's what you were going to say.
But it is kind of that.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't know how to further explain it, but
I mean, it's nice to think, but I don't think I'm going to manifest heaven just because I really want to go.
Yeah, but I think there's also I think we also, scientifically, we can't measure it, so then we just dismiss it. But the power of a collective belief, like if there's a ton of souls.
That's pretty well documented in terms of like, even if you don't believe in certain religions, it's probably still beneficial to do it. I forgot the term. Foz, you probably know. What's that term where it's just like the collective good of believing? Occam's razor? Belief. Is that what it is? It's basically saying
no. Occam's razor is the simplest explanation. Is usually the correct one.
There's definitely a term that says, because like if you measure it, like Catholics are happier than normal people. So even if you don't believe it, you should just force yourself to be Catholic. I know it's overly simplistic.
Yeah.
But that's I get that sense of community, and for what it's worth, even hanging out at church has been pretty sweet. But is that because of manifestation or anything, or is it just because community is becoming less of a thing every year?
Yeah, see, I think there's just way too much overlap for me where I wouldn't be able to pick something where I'm like, okay, this is now what I believe, because I think agnostic is a great word for it, which you said at the start. I'm too like, there's probably a ton of overlap in what you believe is explaining the same thing this person believes.
So fine as long as they've thought about it.
Yeah.
That's it. As long as you've really, like, if you spend more time thinking about, like, I was talking to someone and they're like, no, I don't have time to think about all this. Like, I was just telling them what I'd been reading about, whatever. And I'm like, bro, I know for a fact you've seen every season of Maths. I know that. Like, you can't have time for one and not the other. You got anything to say, Big Mill?
No, I'm just listening to everyone. Everyone's got some interesting points.
Just team up with me, mate. Come on, let's fucking get
No,
these
well,
heretics.
I don't know. Like, for me, obviously, I grew up Catholic. But I wouldn't say I've always been Catholic. Especially going into adulthood. But for me, like, there's a lot of, like, I used to be a lot like Phil. And kind of like agnostic in a way, where I'm just like, oh, it's all energy, frequency, there's probably something out there. But I look at also historical evidence of religions, and Catholicism has very strong historical evidence to it, more so than things like Islam. But it also, because when you look at something like the Bible, you can easily say, well, you can't say that it's just a bunch of guys writing about something, because it's been written over thousands of years, and it all intertwines and connects and makes reference to each other. And there's multiple different authors, and there's a lot of evidence to back those historical claims up. So that is what I look at personally. Obviously, when we look at someone like Jesus, and
oh, sorry, go on.
The claims that he rose from the dead and all of that. Look, the reason I believe that's true is because you look at the lives that the disciples lived, and they didn't live any lives of luxury. They were persecuted, tortured, and killed for claiming the resurrection. And the first few hundreds of years of Christianity, they were living in hiding.
Yeah,
they were having church in caves. So
it full started for me as a historical and scientific thing. It genuinely didn't start as I need to fill a spiritual hole in my life.
And
first few hundred years of Christianity is incredible.
And you don't die for something that you know to be not true. And these guys died in the most horrible ways.
The best
being
one got
boiled
beheaded.
alive.
Yeah, the best case was getting beheaded.
Yeah. Like, one of them got boiled alive, and then is known to have survived that, and then I think he got murdered. Oh, no, that's John. He ended up being exiled into.
What about my boy Peter, who was like, "Yeah, you're going to get crucified as well," and he was like, "No, you better crucify me upside down, because I don't want to die the same way Jesus died. I'm not worthy."
Oh wow,
wow.
Yes. Okay.
So,
I think he believed it. Like,
it's hard to say.
Was the cross upside down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh wow.
So it's hard to say
Did he die
that.
quicker or slower?
Isn't that a satanic symbol, the upside down cross?
I mean, it's probably been used as it, but that's he wasn't
Since then,
doing
yes.
it
It's been co-opted. He wasn't like an early adopter.
Yeah, but it's one of those things that people get little crucifix tattoos, and people, oh, it's upside down. So, you know what it's for. It's fine.
So like all those things for me, like, it's hard to say that, like, all of that is hoax or myth or whatever.
You should look into the spread of Christianity.
That's not
it's
what I'm saying,
fascinating.
though.
Yeah,
Like,
I know that's not what
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying, but for me, because of the evidence that those things more than likely happened, it then trickles out into, okay, well, if that's true, and like it follows thousands of years of history of miracles, promises, and like prophecy, it kind of, and these things happen. It's kind of like, well,
The amount of prophesizing is also crazy.
yeah,
They talk about how Jesus was going to get crucified like 1,500 years before it happened, and before crucifixion was a thing.
yeah.
So they
So-
prophesized how he was going to die.
And
To
all-
me, it's like that same argument of like, I don't know, the Earth is flat because I wasn't there, or I haven't been to space. Like, how are we believing that when we're telling a story from 3,000 years ago?
Oh, well, I mean, the age of those documents isn't up for debate. And for what it's worth, again, like, you saying you don't believe Jesus was alive is...
I don't.
No,
I
I
don't
know.
say that.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying that concept is significantly dumber than saying I don't believe in Alexander the Great or whatever.
That's just like saying
he's
you
the
don't believe
most-
in other historically passed down stories, right? It's the same sort of dumbness,
that's-
but because you're doing it just because you want to say like, oh, religion's not real, so I don't believe in Jesus. Fucking dumb. It's a story that survived for fucking thousands of years. So
Sure.
Yeah, but for me, that's like the starting point, and then it leads into everything else of, you know, how the universe is made. Well, I wouldn't say how the universe is made, but also, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
It's really different, by the way, being born into a religion as opposed to finding it. And I do wonder the pros and cons of each.
Yeah, well, like I was born into it, but like I said, I was never
Sort of refound it.
Yeah,
Mm.
so I was never a practicing Catholic, and I'm still not entirely a full on Catholic, but I do believe in it.
Mm.
For those reasons mainly. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things that you guys are talking about that answer that already I have the answers inside myself just based off my beliefs.
I have a question, and it's kind of an inversion of a question that you asked.
I do have to go soon, by the way.
before.
No,
yeah, this is
Shut up.
turned into a big campfire chat.
But for ye of much faith, is there anything, or like, what would it take for you to lose faith?
Well, that was the first question I had for him.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
what
it
would it
was-
take for me to lose it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm probably too new into it to.
Probably be pretty easy at this stage, or
Or that you've not considered the possibility of losing.
Yeah, I would say that. I'd say like I haven't gone to war or anything. Like my grandfather definitely lost his faith. Sometime in Kokoda, and I don't blame him for that. Yeah, I couldn't tell you, but again, really, it's not your thing of it's feeling a need for I would need it to feel something. That's not how I came to it. I came to it with like a lot of questions on history and really science, and I'm like, I don't think I'm getting presented a good story here.
yeah, I know Foster phrased it that way, where like you have this need, but then you can combine that with your grandfather's story, and it's all just dependent on personal experience of existence, right?
Sure.
Your grandfather goes, how can something this horrible happen when there's a God that's controlling it all?
Yeah.
I don't believe in that anymore because that's a sack of shit. Like, you have that belief because of something you've experienced.
Yeah.
So you can have
and
the
again,
opposite way
I
to
obviously
believe.
didn't know him when he was like 18 and not. I don't know if he was a particularly religious guy
Yeah.
before.
But like, I'm sure there's plenty of stories where it's like a miracle happened.
Sure.
Your child got over a disease that it was not supposed to be get over. And then you're like, this must be an act of God. I'm now a believer. I'm sure there's
I don't-
tons of those.
Yeah, I think I was explaining this because like my dad's like hardcore science only sort of guy, and I was saying, dude, that's a pretty faith filled thing right now, because your belief system of nothing kind of also implies that a bunch of impossible things happened. It's not just saying that it's improbable that we hear.
But
a lot of things that happen are impossible.
To the science that we know now. That's why I'm not like, oh, exactly what we know now is the only thing that exists, because that is the dumbest thing to say in a scientific term, period.
But
because
he wouldn't describe himself as agnostic. He'd probably say atheist.
yeah,
And I'm saying, dude, you are putting faith in the fact that we're gonna figure it out, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But you're putting your faith in that.
but like
I'm putting faith in something else.
But like, if I put my faith in that, then we might figure out how it all connects.
Yeah.
Like how the religious
and
stories connect to scientific
a lot
stories.
of religions have different approaches to science, but
Can you hurry up, Phil?
And find out?
Figure it out. Yeah.
I've got to go.
all right.
You got to run right now. All right, my lad.